Hi everyone, welcome to TVON. Happy Wednesday. My name is Joyce and thank you so much for being here with me on this rather sunny. It was rather sunny today after, a week of, cloudy days and, some rain here and there, but it's bright and sunny today, or was, and we are going to continue with that with some rather bright and sunny pieces. Now, what I'm referring to is a very specific pair of multicolor diamond earrings. Anytime we've had a sale event, these earrings come up. It's still here. So this is your last chance at them. I will get to them very early in today's show, but you just look at it and you just can't help but smile, right? It is a beautiful pair of earrings. And yes, you are taking 10% off of everything that you see here today. If there's anything that you've been thinking of and it still happens to be here, call in and let us know. Again, item numbers, the best way to help us help you is, speaking of, Manfred, Geraldine, and Marcy, I do have some requests here for you. So if you guys are watching, please do call in first and let me know so I can show you your request. And I can stand up here for like the next 3 hours just listing off like every single piece that I have here, but it is such a diverse group that we have here today. Paraiba duo in a pendant that I created that, it's not exactly a small little piece, but it's just, it was a one in a lifetime opportunity and I took it. So it is here too if you want to see that. Again, anything that I'm mentioning that you want to see, let me know, right? I run by your guys' schedule. I'm just here I just have a bunch of stuff here to show. So if you want to see something first, like right now, you just let me know. Stud styles are here. Diamond rings, last call on those as well. So a lot of pieces to be seen here today. And what better piece to start off with than a piece that we are actually running out of, which no, are not our diamond pieces. It is actually going to be our blue wing block D Tanzanite. So let's take a look and see what that is all about. This is 1123882. Now, we've had this blue wing block D Tanzanite material for a couple of years, right? And throughout the years, we've had how many different pieces, how many different stones, right? How many different styles. And yet here is actually going to be one of those smaller carat weight sizes that actually carry one of the heaviest gold weight that I have ever seen. Now, this is my carat 14 round center stone. Yes. Marcy, sounds good. Thank you for calling in. Marcy is watching, so we'll get to your request next. But what better piece than to show off than this, right? It's a small stone, yes, right? It's not a 20 carat stone. It's not a 10 carat stone. It is a carat 14, but guess what? It looks large because of the mounting, where you do have 52 points of your diamonds in that single halo and diamond band going through the center there, but you also have all of that extra gold. And I know the design kind of doesn't read like it, but it almost is like you're taking 3 bands of gold and stacking it one on top of the other to create this wider style band. And it's not going to be $39.99. Newsflash, gold has gone up. Gold has gone up, prices have gone up, and yet we are still going to bring it all the way down low. This is the only one I have. We can size it for you. It is true to size. It tapers nicely. I'll give you a little tour here, right? So the diamonds do end right about there. That's where about your fingers will meet. So it's not going to be, distracting to wear, right? But visually distracting, absolutely yes, right? With that dazzling, beautiful round. And then into the back, just look at that, right? Pure, solid, mirror finished gold, right? At this point in time, it's, less and less people are working with solid gold, right? It's always plated. It's always a mixture of something, right? They're not even going to tell you what's in the metal, right? This is pure, solid, 14 karat white gold. It's not even going to be $19.99. And wait till you see it on the hand here, because this is just a phenomenal stone, a phenomenal piece, and it's not a pinky ring. It's just not my size right now. So, look at that, right? Does that even read as a carat 14 to me, right? Obviously, it's not like a 10 carat stone, but it does not read like a small stone. It definitely has a presence to it. It's not even $16.99. It's true to size again, just has to stay like it is in the white gold, which a lot of you guys love it in the white gold. And not to mention, a lot of our designs out there, they are, rather covered entirely in the diamonds. This one, you actually get to see the contrast of your VS diamonds versus your mirror finish gold. So it is a beautiful piece. It's not even $19.99 or $16.99. We're gonna bring it back up close. I want you to take a really good look at this one, and we are going to bring it all the way down, $1,499, and that is it. $14.99, and take 10% off at checkout, and that is going to be your first Blue Wing Block Tea Tanzanite piece for the day here. Now, if you want to request anything else, I know a lot of Tanzanites have been rather hot in terms of requests here during the sale event. Now, we are very limited on what we have left, so I would encourage you to call in. Even if you feel like there's a 99% chance that it already sold, it never hurts to double check. So call me on this one. Marcy, your request is coming up next. And hello, everyone on Facebook. Hello, Tracy. Hi, G. Hi, everyone watching. Of course, watching on YouTube, website, and on TV here. Now, Marcy had requested something, I know, very specific. She had requested a diamond band ring. Now, diamond band ring could mean several different things, right? In fact, when I last saw you guys, I had, several different versions of a diamond band ring. Here is something that I have that the setting style to me is really what draws me into this particular design. It's not like anything else that we've had. This is going to be 1114134. And luckily, I have all three gold colors. So that is just up close what the rose gold looks like. I'm gonna move it to the back a little bit here. This is up close what the yellow gold looks like. Again, up close look right over here. And I also have the white gold for a really up close look right about here. So as you can see, 3 up close looks with 3 different rings. The diamond quality is consistent. I'm gonna zoom out just a hair here so I can stack all 3 rings for you here today. Now, here's the best part. I have all 3 gold colors. However, if you are a yellow gold or rose gold fan, what you see right here is what I have left. So if you prefer the yellow gold or even the rose gold, I only have 1 of each of those. However, for the white gold, I have a couple to go around. It sounds like a lot, I have 6. So 6 in the white, 1 in the yellow, 1 in the rose, that is it. And I know last time had a couple of band rings. In fact, most of them there were, ring size restriction, right? Here is not the case. We can size this for you. A carat 21 total weight of all of your perfectly matched diamonds going across the band, 7 stones. And it's not going to be even $49.99. Again, last call on these. Because of the way that the diamonds are set, it does require that much more gold. And we're still gonna honor that same old price before we either send it out to you or we send it to the back and say bye-bye to it forever. Here's what we're gonna do on this one. Again, with that mill grain bezel setting, it gives the diamond, especially in the white gold, a slightly larger look, right? We've seen this happen in other rings. We've seen this happen in pendants. We've seen this happen in earrings, where your stones may be varying in size, but because of this bezel framing around it, mill grain or not, it gives it this larger look. And it's not even $19.99. I would not be opposed to if you wanted to call in and say, I will take 1 in each gold color. You can take as many as you want, but when we sell out, that is it. I cannot bring this back. It is true to size. It is comfortable to wear. And this is what we're gonna do. Again, a beautiful piece. Call in early. There is a slight delay, but I do not expect for these pieces to stay. I'm gonna try on the yellow gold right about here. So again, that is what the yellow gold looks like. Even from here, you can just see the slight hint of the yellow gold versus your diamonds, but look at that. This is what VS diamonds are all about. It's not dull, it's not a gray color, it's not a weird color, right? The gold is bright, the diamonds are bright. It is true to size, look at that, right? Diamonds from side to side, not high off the hand at all. And because of the way that diamonds are set, it's not going to catch on anything. You know mirror finish gold, right? It is smooth to the touch. Same exact thing here. Visually, it might look like there's, texturing, but that is not the case at all. You want to call me on this one. Again, we already have a couple verifying, no surprise there, not even down to the final price just yet, but look at this ring, right? everyday wearable, even giftable. So let's bring it back up close, and if you want me to try on the other gold colors, just let me know. But here we go, all three up here together, like one big happy family. And we're gonna make it $1,299, and that's it. Again, keep in mind, I have 6 in the white, 1 in the yellow, 1 in the rose, and that is it. I cannot bring here any more. I wish I had more. I know a lot of you guys love that yellow gold, and a lot of you guys also do love that rose gold, but this is it. What is here is here. $12.99 for a band ring, to put it simply, right? A band ring, but with so much more, right? There's a very slight design element to it with the millgrain work again around your diamonds, and $12.99 will make it yours. Now, this is only part 1 of 2 of Marcy's request. So next up, Marcy also requested a star pendant. Now, admittedly, I am not much of a star person either, but I do really like this particular style of star pendant that we have done. So it is coming up next. I also have all 3 gold colors, but again, with limitations across the board here. Next up is 11104442. And keep calling on these guys. Again, I don't have a lot of operators here. Usually I'll be, either entering data or picking up calls here, but I'm up here with you guys for today. And so it's best to call in early to get in line first on these deals. And next up, that beautiful star pendant, which again, Manfred and Geraldine, if you guys are watching, please do let me know. I do have your request up here with me. And let me know on my Tanzanite too. I think that one is still here. And call me on this. Again, inside is smooth. It's comfortable. Again, it's not going to catch. This is the beauty of mirror finish gold, right? It's always going to feel smooth. Even when it's on your hand and you can't exactly turn your ring inside out, it's going to be smooth. It's comfortable. This is what gold is all about. So let me know on these. And next up is going to be that star piece. Now, I have 3 up here. However, I do not have 3 hands, so I can't exactly, hold all 3 up at the same exact time. So this is what it looks like. This is the rose gold. I just put down the white gold there, so you can see from the side, even though that it is flat, it's still got a pretty substantial amount of gold to go with it. Now here is going to be the exact same thing where I am limited in terms of gold color and quantity. So white gold lovers, I have 1 in the white gold. You're looking at it. Yellow gold lovers, I have a couple. I have 5. Rose gold lovers, I only have 2. So this is going to be our Northstar pendant design. Love the contrast of the diamonds versus the gold, right? It's not all entirely done in the diamonds, which I know we all love our diamonds, but I like to see some contrast here and there, right? And before you say, oh, that must be onyx or something, no. That is all going to be your mirror finish gold. And same exact thing. This was supposed to be $999, which, looking at it from the sides, right? That requires a hefty amount of gold. Even though it doesn't exactly have a basket, it is not going to be paper thin. This is what it is all about. And wait till you see it against the hand, because yes, it is 1.5 inches from top to bottom. I mean, look at that, right? The size is there. The shine of the gold versus the brilliance of the diamonds. This is a piece that, admittedly, the design, it is very simple. But guess what the result is? It is that, and that is not at all simple. It is intense, it is eye-catching, and it's not even possible to be as a ring, because look at that, right? The pure size that it has, and not even $9.99. Guys, call me right now. Again, I'm very limited across the board on this one. Call me and we'll make it $699, and that is it. Yes. Rose gold on this one and on the band ring. And it sounds good. So rose gold on the ring is sold out, and I only have 1 left in the rose gold on this one. So do call in quickly, because there is a wait line here, or wait time here. But look at that, right? You have your diamonds, where when it hits the light at a very specific angle, it almost looks like it's just diamonds, right? It almost looks like it blends into the background. And then here, when you angle it down, suddenly you can see the gold color. And then it's like, oh, suddenly it's like your piece is transforming right in front of your eyes, right? So a really simple yet well done piece. $6.99 on this one. Call us now, 1 in the rose gold left. And let's bring it back up close here so I can hold the yellow gold up close again. You probably can tell which one is my favorite. I do like the yellow gold of this one. And that's also what it looks like from the back. So, I mean, okay, from the back, it is solid, yes. Yellow and white too? Sounds good, yes. Who? Manfred, sounds good. Manfred, thank you for calling. I'll show your request next. He had a very unique request, I must say. I walked in, I was like, oh, what is this? So let me know on this one. And if Tim is taking the white gold, looks like white gold is sold out on this one. So as of right now, I only have 4 in the yellow and 1 in the rose on this star pendant here. So it is selling out slowly but surely. But here we go, $6.99. Take your pick on what is left right here. And here we go, guys. Manfred, let me set this one down here first so I can get your request ready. Now, if you have a request, you can call us too. And, you know, there's no rule that says you have to call in before the show to get your request in, and then we'll help you, right? You can call in right now and just tell us, hey, I have this very specific item number or a general description, and if it's still here, we'll bring it out and show it to you, and that is it. So yellow gold is going out the door on this one. So it looks like we are slowly going down in terms of what we have here, but, you know, again, no surprise there, right? So keep on calling, and don't forget about my band ring as well. And there was the white gold on the band ring too. And next up, I'll show you the smaller, okay. I'll show you the 2 Molly garnets up next, Manfred. And I do believe these are 2 of our largest that we have here in our inventory. So yes, I saw this and I was like, oh, my brain went, interesting sapphires. And then I saw the other one that I just put down. I was like, oh, interesting neon speen. And then I looked at the bag and I went, oh, I'm wrong. 0 out of 2. This is going to be our Molly garnet. So this is what we had brought out for Manfred. So these are our 2 options, and what I believe are going to be our 2 largest stones that we have in the inventory. So before I bring up the graphics for any which of these 2, just want to have these 2 up close together so you can take a really good look at a general comparison. So as you can see, the one on the right is going to be a little bit more on the green side, and you know, to me, it definitely does have that like neon speen kind of glow kind of look there. And then the one on the left is going to be also same exact stone, but just a slightly different color, a little bit more of that bright sunshine yellow. And not only that, but it does remind me of a yellow sapphire. So 2 stones, completely different looks. They have to stay like it is in the gold colors that you see them in. So the ones on the left, you do have a yellow diamond accent too. And is Joanne stretching, or does she have a question? We'll find out here. But as you can see, 2 beautiful stones. Now, I will give you caraways for the center stones here. So surprisingly enough, the one on the left is going to have the larger center stone. The one on the left is a 584. The one on the right is a 558. So just about, you know, a 30-point difference. But overall look, they are pretty much similar here. So we are going to start with, let's start with the one right over here. So this is going to be 112-2403, that beautiful 2-tone look. It's really like that mirrored feather look, right? We've done the feather ring before with the halo of accent stones and then the white diamonds and then that feather design, right? This is really giving that look, in my opinion, but it's got that 2-tone look. 584 center stone, 16 points in your VS yellow diamonds, 72 points total weight of your VS white diamonds, and look at that, right? Surrounded quite literally by diamonds, white and yellow diamonds, and that center stone is bright. It is clean, and look at that, right? The flare that it has throughout. Again, there's no sparkle filters happening right here. This is all natural. This is all just the stone, some light, and that is it. And not to mention, you are looking at it right here on the wheel, right? The wheel is not a human being. So I'm just gonna try to mimic what happens when you wear it on your hand, right? That is going to happen, where the entire stone just comes alive and starts dancing like there's no tomorrow, right? $69.99 should be priced on this one. Again, it is a out of all of the requests that we've had throughout the sale event, I think this is one of the more unique ones. And I'm glad, right? It just shows you that whatever your request is, right, we can do it. So here's what we're gonna do on this one. A beautiful piece, right? Wait till you see it on the hand, right? Instead of copying what it might do like on a human, right? I'm gonna put it on actually, and look at that, right? It looks like the stone got even brighter, right? Even when I hold my hand still, it's like, all right, suddenly it's like, is that a diamond, right? It looks so unbelievably bright, so unbelievably clean. Those diamonds definitely do not disappoint. And it's not even going to be $29.99. This is part 1 of 2 of Manfred's request. And honestly, at this point, like we didn't even get to the second one yet, and I'm already having a hard time deciding, right? Such a beautiful stone. The sparkle is there. True to size on this one. A beautiful tapering of your piece here. So there is a slight basket, of course, but look at that, right? This stone is dazzling. And we're gonna bring it up close. One more look here. Before that though, let me also show you what it looks like from the side up close. So color, saturation, consistency, it is there. From the back, the stone is clean. I know a lot of these stones, they come from the earth and they're supposed to be naturally like included and this and that, right? But this is a clean stone. And we're gonna make it $26.99 on this one. Now for the other one, slightly smaller center stone, but it's got a lot more diamonds to it. So get ready, all right? Let me know on this one. I'll bring up the other one as well. The other one is going to be $112.2399. The other one is going to be that slightly more green color to it, as we saw at the very beginning here. But let me know on this one, $26.99. And the other one that we have here is going to be also an oval cut stone. This is $112.2399, and this is our 558 oval Molly Garnet center stone, a carat 44 of your diamond. So just a few points shy of being a carat and a half, but this is just, wow. This is one of those mountings that, yes, very simple, right? Single halo, split shank, but look at the size of those diamonds. And I'm sure if the graphics were not up there, then everyone would be guessing, oh, look at that neon spin, right? They had those a long time ago and they're back, right? No, this is something totally different. And look at this, right? Same exact thing. On the wheel, looks great. Once it's moving around, I mean, doesn't it look like a disco ball, right? The inside of the stone is subtly dancing and flashing, and it's just alive, right? Same exact thing on this one, $69.99, but we're gonna use something even better than that. Stays like it is in the white gold. I mean, between the diamonds and the center stone, it's just such a bright piece, and it's not even $29.99 for this one. If you like it, call me right now. We're gonna make it $27.77. That's it, $27.77 on this one and $26.99 on the other one. Let me try this one on by itself first so you can get a better look at what I mean here, right? So you can see it is a slightly more green color compared to the other one, but so many more diamonds here in a very simple but wearable style. So again, it is totally up to you. Let me get the other one here so I can put them on together. Yes. You're asking me between the two which one to take? Oh, all right, so the question is, they're asking me, okay. Well, design-wise, I do like this one better. That's all I can say. Wearability, I like them both, so I'm really not helpful here. It is up to you. They're both beautiful pieces, and you will not be disappointed. And you're gonna have to give me like 10 minutes to think about which one I would like more. Actually, if they want to do this, I've heard this trick where take a coin and flip the coin, because when the coin is in the air, then you'll really, know what your heart really wants, right? So if that's Manfred, I would advise him pick up a coin, if they still make those anymore, and just flip a coin, and maybe that will help him really see what his heart really wants. So that is my advice there. Yes. Taking the one with no yellow diamonds. Okay, sounds good. So the one with no yellow diamonds has gone. So we'll bring this one back up, the one with yellow diamonds. So this one is now available. Of course, I'm not opposed to getting both. You're getting 10% off of each piece, by the way. It's not off the entire order, it's off of each piece. So Just throwing that out there, and congratulations on that beautiful stone. And this one is here for the taking if you want. Now, let me also yell out some pieces that I have here and there, some pieces that you may not expect. I have a 488 emerald cut imperial topaz in a ring. I have a Brazilian Paraíba in a necklace that is GIA certified. So, you know, some pieces that we truly, really never actually see. And here we are. So, let me know if you want to see either of those. I have Sleeping Beauty turquoise. I have Mandarin garnet in a necklace as well. Blue Wing Black Tanzanite. I have 2 pieces here in pendants. So if that's what you really want, then that is what I have. And Geraldine, waiting for your call. If you are watching, I do have your request up here for you. So whenever you are ready, just call us and we can bring it up here for you. Now, next up, here we have 1123772. And I know we're probably all sick and tired of looking at diamond pieces here, but hear me out. I have one more piece here to show you guys in a diamond band style. So let me know on this one. And next up, not too long ago, I had, you know, diamond band request. And like I mentioned earlier, there were some ring sizing restrictions, which, you know, that doesn't make everyone happy, so I'm sorry for that, but this is something that we can size. However, I don't have a lot to go around. I only have the white gold, and I only have the yellow gold. And quite literally, the yellow gold, I only have 1 in the yellow gold. Now for the white gold, I have a couple more. I have 3. So overall, not a lot to go around. And here's what we have, the carat '08 total weight diamond band ring triple row. Now, if you were to give this ring to me and not tell me any information on the carat weight on this, I would have easily guessed at least a carat and a half or more, right? This does not give light 1 carat diamond weight look, especially not with that triple row style. True to size on this one, $29.99 should be priced on this. It's not going to be. G says, if you get both, you can't get the wrong one. That's very true. And here's what we're gonna do on this one. I mean, look at this, guys. Yellow gold, only got the 1. White gold, only have 3, which I know it sounds like a lot. This is what it looks like from the inside. So still, it tapers nicely, so it's true to size. We can size this one for you. And all you gotta do is call me. I mean, look at that. You have your middle row kind of elevated just a little bit to almost give it that dome style like design, which, you know, we all love our diamonds, and honestly, it's like, I'm not super picky about how they're set, but when you really just change it around just a little bit, even just elevating that middle row right there, right, it gives it such a different look, especially once you take a look at it on the hand. I mean, just looking at it, does it look like a carat '08 of diamonds, right? I literally had a 2 carat total weight diamond band ring not too long ago, and it looks very similar to this. And yet this is only a carat '08. I know it's only a carat '08. Part of me wants to just take it apart and just, you know, weigh the diamonds, because surely it must be more than a carat '08, right? We're gonna go with the flow. We're still gonna give you the best value on a diamond and gold band ring that honestly I have ever seen. Again, triple row, that's a lot of gold. That is not a standard band, right? It's very different from just having your triple row diamond design right there and then suddenly just have it narrowed down into a, you know, a standard band, right? It's gonna look weird, it's gonna catch, it's not gonna look good, right? Here with the tapering, it gets the job done. We'll have to sacrifice some more gold, but so be it, right? It's comfortable to wear, it's true to size, it's not gonna catch. You can wear it every single day. Also, great gift idea. You can't go wrong with diamonds and gold. And this is what we are going to do on this one. You wanna call me quickly on this. It's going to go. I have 3 in the white, 1 in the yellow, that is it. It's not even going to be $19.99. Take another look at it up close right here. I mean, look at that, right? a very slight difference between the white gold and the yellow gold, but this is what we're gonna do. I expect for this one to sell out. We're gonna make it $999, and that is it. $999 for an entire ring with a triple row of diamonds. I mean, okay, if this were a 1 carat single row diamond band, it would take less gold than for us to create a ring with a triple row look of diamonds and gold. Just take a moment and think about that, right? It's not like a huge, block of gold difference, but it's still a difference. Here, we went above and beyond with the design, with the workmanship. Again, every single stone perfectly matched, perfectly set by hand, one by one, and it's only $9.99. Take your pick right here. We are already verifying on 2 of them. We'll find out which gold colors are going to be gone first. And let's give it one last 60 seconds here before we move along. And I might just have to bring out those diamond earrings here because it is a miracle that they are still here. Absolutely cannot believe it. And let me know on this one. Again, lines are already full. Lines are about to be backed up. So please be patient with us. If I could, I would go and pick up some calls there, but I am up here with you guys for today. So thanks for being here with me. And yes, yellow gold. Sounds good. So yellow gold looks like it is sold out. So what we are left with is only the white gold here, and that will also sell out soon. No doubt there. So congrats on this one. And the diamond earrings coming up next. If you have any requests, please do get them in. Geraldine, I do have some pieces up here for you. So if you want to see them, just let me know. Again, with the star pendants, we do have some options still available. So call your operators and double check on those. And we also had a other diamond band ring earlier today, single row style, so with the millgrain bezel set style. So if you want to see that again, let me know. Again, things are selling. Oh, I did not mention this at all. Mahenge pink spanel lovers, I have a trio today. And the price for what Mahenge pink spinels are going for out there in the real world, right? Because remember, TVON world and real world, there's a discrepancy, right, in terms of pricing. So these are all pretty important stones. The value is there. You're getting 10% off, and I have 3 stones, 3 rings, okay? So that's it. We're not getting anything new anymore. This is it. Haven't for a very long time, so just throwing that out there. I have a Mahenge pink spinel trio for today. Keep calling on this. And next up we have 112-4455. And it looks like this. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember this pair of earrings, and I'm just curious, is there anyone who is watching right now who has never met these earrings before? Because they are finally here. They are on this sale event. Yes, you are either going to take 10% off of these earrings and take them home, or we are going to bring them to the back where our jewelers are waiting, and we are going to take out each stone one by one and melt the entire thing down. What we'll do with the stones, I don't know. I might have to take first dibs on a couple of these stones and maybe, plan out some potential designs with them, if even possible. And but here it is, $18K in the yellow gold. Now, I kind of wish that they did a diamond breakdown on, what is how many carats, but considering all of the different colored diamonds that are going on in this pair of earrings, I understand that it's not exactly possible, right? You have 643 total weight of all of your fancy colored diamonds. That is not only the pink or the yellows, but that's also the greens, right? The oranges. And I'm seeing a little bit of a fawn diamond in there, so just throwing that out there. And also purple, right? This is so much more. But overall, yes, general consensus is that it's primarily of those pinks and yellow colors. Now you also have 28 points of those regular round brilliant cut white diamonds, and if you're wondering, I don't see them, don't worry, I also thought that they did not exist, but you can see right there, it's tiny little round stones, right? Just to fill in the gaps, right? In the corner right over here, in the corner right over there. And the more you look closer, the more you can kind of pick them out. But I love that they're there because they really fill in the gap. So it's not an awkward shape, right? Because this pair of earrings, even though it's consisted of, you know, multiple different stone shapes and sizes, it's still overall a very interesting shape, right? It's almost like a mixture between your square cushion cut and a leaf cut. So it's a beautiful pair of earrings. The post is going to be in the direct center of these earrings. And not to mention, but if these earrings were completely flat on the back, which these are not, these actually curve forward a little bit, as is evident with how the stones are set here, right? If it were set flat, then I guarantee you that these earrings will fall forward. But because of the curvature that they have, and because of the backings, they will be larger backings, it's going to stay put on your ears, right? Stud styles, right? There's something very different between, you know, a 10-point stud versus this, right? Two totally different pieces, and we want them all to be comfortable and lay perfectly upon your ears, and this will do that. So with all that being said, here's where we get down to some serious business. $23,999 for this pair of earrings. Again, it is 7/8 of an inch from point to point. It's not a small stud at all. If you have any, you know, second or third piercings, you probably won't even need to wear anything if you have this on, right? This will steal center stage. And don't forget, right? If we're gonna ignore the white diamonds, fine, right? They're insignificant, only 28 points, whatever, right? But 643 of fancy color diamonds. I know we haven't seen too many in recent weeks or months, right? But pink diamonds, purple diamonds, you know, rather fancy diamonds and fancy intense diamonds, right? I've seen a couple here and there. And although these stones are not exactly GIA certified, I mean, the color comparison, there's no comparison, right? They look like the exact same color intensity, right? When you put all of these stones together, suddenly it's like, okay, yeah, that price up there, it makes sense, right? When you take apart each individual stone and you count the price of each, right? Just because you put them all together doesn't mean that, oh, the price goes down, right? The value goes down, right? No. You put them all together, the value is the same, if not even more, right? So naturally the price, it should be at the very least $9,999. But I'm saying, you know what? I love these earrings. I would love for someone who's been loving them to finally have the opportunity and the chance to get them here today. It's not going to be $99.99. Again, every stone that you see here, right? There's no hiding it. I'm going to hold it up so you can see directly into all of your diamonds, right? Pinks, yellows, white diamonds. You straight up have some fawns, some purples. That is a bright green right over there on the right, right? So this is a variety of diamonds. This is the ultimate diamond collection. One pair of earrings. And it's not even $99.99. We cannot recreate the style. Once this goes, this will go to a loving forever home. And, you know, I'll miss these earrings, right? This is one of those pieces where you look at it and you go, wow, right? If you were to see this pair, you know, anywhere else in a high fashion magazine, you know, in the front display of a huge world famous jewelry store, right? It's probably unobtainable, right? They're gonna slap a ridiculous price tag on that and call it, you know, and say, that's it, right? I don't know, like I don't shop anywhere else, but I highly doubt these places have, you know, 10% off of every single piece that, you know, they have. It's usually like, you know, spend this much money, you know, tens of thousands of dollars, and then you'll get, you know, this much off, right? Here it's not the case. For a pair of earrings like this, we are also going to bring it down in terms of price and also give you an extra discount on top. I want to show you what it looks like against the hand here because this truly is not a small look. If this were on my hand, it would be the width of my finger, right? Look at that. And every single diamond has its own like characteristics, has its own personality. It doesn't become a huge blob of I don't know what that is, right? Even when you look at it from here, it's like, oh, I can see that those are all diamonds, some rather fancy color diamonds too, and those probably cost, you know, $1 million. It did not. And let me also show you what it looks like against the ear here, because I would love for you to just see. Again, do you see what I mean by, I have a second piercing back there. Once you put these on, suddenly it's like, you're just wearing these. You're wearing nothing else, you're just wearing these. The post is in the direct center, so it's not going to be heavier on one side. The weight is distributed evenly throughout the entire piece. It's not going to be $99.99. Really think about this. It's been here for long enough. It's time it goes. And we're gonna bring it back up close here and take another quick look before we give you one final price drop right here, right now. Very first caller gets it, $6,999 for 643 of fancy color diamonds across the board, and just like that, 18K yellow gold. And it's only $69.99. Call me on this one. You do not want to miss out. And again, people have been missing out. Happens literally seconds apart. You do not want to miss out on these. How many years have I been here? And it's only now that I've seen a pair of earrings like this. It's not easy to do, even though there's not, you know, you have to match the diamonds, you have to match the colors, right? It's still not easy to do. Every single stone has to be planned, right? Where are you going to put it? How are you going to angle it, right? We're still going to keep it in this shape, this overall general shape, but how are we going to set each individual stone? And, you know, we can't exactly put all of the yellow diamonds together. We can't exactly put all of the orange diamonds together, right? We have to spread them out evenly across both earrings. So, you know, it looks like it's just, oh yeah, you just kind of close your eyes and just throw some diamonds here, throw some diamonds there, and, you know, it makes the earring, right? No, there has been a lot of thought and, you know, a long process behind this one single pair of earrings, and it is here for $69.99. Let me know on this one. And next up is a piece where I would actually encourage you to call in right now, because what I have next is something that I wear every single day, something that I wear in my second piercing every single day. And yes, it is going to be that diamond stud style. So if you would like an everyday wearable diamond stud style, I have not only one, but two options for you here today. So please do seriously consider this one, and if you want to talk to me after the show, I will be here. So just take down the item numbers, and I generally will know what you're talking about. If you say, you know, that one pair of diamond earrings, I'll be like, oh yes, I know that one. So let me know on this one. And next up, I have something that goes by the item number 1110417. Now, what I just said is the prong set style, the one that I am wearing right now in my second piercing. It is going to be that everyday wearable diamond stud style. Please think about these. Again, post is in the direct center right there. It is a beautiful pair of earrings, truly a ultimate diamonds collection. Now, next up, I have what I have. Here is where we have 28 points of diamonds. This is that pair of studs that I wear in my second piercing every single day. I only have the yellow gold and the rose gold. Unfortunately, we don't have the white gold. I do have a pair in my ear right now, but sorry, I can't sell those. And here's what we're gonna do. I have two in the yellow, one in the rose. So if you wanted to call me right now and say, I'll take all three pairs, you can do that. 28 points total weights of the diamonds, right? Historically, we've had 2 carats total weight. We had 1 carat total weight. And no matter what it is, we will always have the same consistency of the diamonds, VS diamonds. Just because these are smaller stones does not mean that, oh, you're not gonna notice if we just swap them out for some, you know, I3 diamonds, right? You are going to notice. You can, you know, screenshot every single piece that we've had so far that has white diamonds in it. We use VS diamonds. They are all consistent. Here is 28 points of diamonds, and $699 should be priced on this. This exact same style was my very first TVON piece. I wear it every single day. I rarely take it off. I never switch it out for anything else. my very first TVON piece just had to be diamonds, right? When you see diamonds of this quality, you can't say no. So yellow gold or the rose gold, completely up to you. Keep in mind, I only have 2 in the yellow and 1 in the rose. That is it. They're gonna sell out. And if they come back, I cannot vouch that they will be the exact same price. Here's what we're gonna do. They may already be sold out. We're gonna make it $399, and that is it. $399 for our prong set style diamond studs. And here is the best part. If you would like the bezel set style, which I'm gonna flash right here, guess what? We are going to make it, the rose gold is gone already, thank you. So the rose gold is gone, so we have 2 in the yellow gold left. But in the meantime, I do also have the bezel set studs. And we're just gonna make it a little bit of a special stud sale. The bezel sets are going to be 1110418, the exact same diamond weight. Setting style is just a little bit different. So if you prefer the bezel set style, I have 2 in the white, 2 in the yellow, 2 in the rose. And if you would like the bezel set style, the exact same thing is going to happen. It's supposed to be $999. I get it, right? It's just that much more gold, right? Can you see like the visual difference right here? In the back, you have prong set style. In the front, you have bezel set style. The exact same diamond weight. And look at how much larger one looks over the other. Same exact thing. We're gonna make it $399. Take your choice. Now, again, for the bezel set, I have 2 in each gold color. If you want to see it, we can see if we can bring it out for you. In the I keep saying post. In the prong set style in the back, I only have 2 in the yellow gold. So you can see the difference here, yes. 1 in the white gold is already gone on the bezel set style. Thank you very much on that one. And let's see, the rose gold for the prong set is gone. So we are counting down right here, right now. And I've had the prong set style for how many years at this point? I've gone through how many different hairstyle changes. I've had short hair, I've had long hair. And not once has it caught in my hair. In fact, in my primary piercing, I wear these huggy hoops, and somehow my hair gets caught in that. But in the studs, never. It never gets caught. So call me now on this one again. 1 in the yellow for which one? Prong set. Sounds good. So for the prong set, we are down to 1 in the yellow gold. So 1 left for the prong set back here in the yellow gold. That is it. And for the bezel set in the front that you see right there, we have 1 in the white, 2 in the yellow, and 2 in the rose. And lines are full already. No surprise there. And yes, for both pairs of earrings, the post is going to be in the direct center. So I'm going to kind of turn one right here so you can see what I mean. The entire diamond is wrapped comfortably in a blanket of gold, just like that. Post is in the direct center. This is what the bezel setting is all about. Look at that. It's beautiful, right? The workmanship is beautiful. It is perfect. And on Sunday, I had, very briefly mentioned my beef with bezel setting. And here we are today with a pair of bezel set studs. And let me borrow the bezel set one to show you what it looks like against the hand here. So truly, you can see from here how much of a larger look it has versus the prong set, right? That gold, especially being in the white gold, it really does help. And let me also go over to the ear here to show you what it looks like. So in my second piercing, I have the prong set one, right? The exact same style. And here we have the bezel setting. So if you wanted to wear them together, I'm not opposed to that, right? Because from here, it's like you just have some really high quality diamonds in your ear, right? So again, the one I'm holding right here is going to be that bezel set, and the one in my secondary piercing right now is going to be that prong set. So the exact same style, I got it from here. And $399, take your pick of. For the prong set, we are down to 1 in the yellow gold, and that is it. So let's bring it back up close and take one more look here. And let's give it one last 60 seconds here. I know we have a little bit more of an option with the gold color for the bezel set ones, but for the prong set, We only have one pair in the yellow gold left. So call me on those and let me know. Take multiple pairs if you want, no problem there. And do not forget about my fancy diamond pair of earrings right here, right now that we just had. And opals, I have an opal ring today. Out of everything so far, I think it is the one with the largest individual diamond halo. And I've particularly liked the opals that have more of the red flashes because the red is more rare, it's more valuable, but there's something about this particular stone. I had brought it here not too long ago, and it's still here, so I thought, you know what, perfect opportunity for us to kind of just get this out here one more time, get one more look at it, truly with the halo of diamonds, like the total weight there versus the center stone, versus the platinum. Suddenly it's like, okay, someone went a little bit discount happy on this one. So let me know on these. We're gonna move on rather quickly here. And next up is going to be this particular opal. This is 112482. It has the blues and the greens, but to a level of electricity that it's very hard for me to like a blue and green only opal, except for this one. You look at it here on the screen, and it looks pretty good. It looks even better in person though. This is our platinum piece, 552 center stone, 2.5 carats exactly of your VS white diamonds. Look at that. I mean, there's something about it, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the blues and the greens, but for opals, I do prefer the reds. But for this one, there's something about it, how intense the color it is. How intense of a color it is while still being of a darker shade, right? The opal, as you can see, that base color, it is a really dark color. It is nearing a black color, right? And yet here we are, some of the brightest, most neon greens that we've ever seen, some of the brightest, most saturated blues, and not to mention some Paraiba colors happening, you know, transitioning between the greens and those deeper, darker blues, right? This is the opal to end all opals, and if you're like me, right, you collect these stones and you agree with me that, you know, you prefer the stones that have more of the reds to it, I think this is one of those stones that will change your mind. It has changed my mind, right? I admit it. Before I just see a blue and green opal, I'm like, oh, that's nice, right? I'll take a couple of seconds to look at it from different angles and whatnot. But then I'll be like, yeah, like, sorry, I prefer the other one, right? I prefer the one with more reds, more, you know, hot pinks, more colors to it, right? But the color intensity that this stone has, I mean, I have been obsessed with this particular piece for way too long, right? And $99.99 should be priced on this one. I'm gonna make it an even better price tag on this piece here today. Do not forget, opals are not priced equally, right? You have to consider the color content, you have to consider the size, you have to consider the color intensity, right? You can't price this 552 like another 552 that is mostly of a gray color with barely any colorful flashes in it, right? That's not how these pieces work. So you have to consider the pure size, the color intensity it has, and not to mention such a unique pattern too, right? It's not like any of the others that we've seen where some of these patterns, they look a little like sand, right? Sand at the beach. Some of these other patterns, they almost look like watercolor clouds, right? Here, look completely different. You have very clear sections for where your different colors are. And it's not going to be $99.99. I would love to try this piece on, and I would love for any opal lovers to call me right now, because look at that. The darker the base color, I think, the better the bright neon colors come out, right? Now, if this opal were of a lighter gray, even bordering a white color, right? The neon flashes, they'll still be there. But when you put light next to light, right, the contrast has been diminished. When you put dark next to light, right, suddenly the contrast is there. It has been maximized. That exact same concept is happening right here. But guess what? It's been done through Mother Nature. No human has had a hand in this except for get the stone and set it, right? Get the stone, design a piece, and set it. And look at that, 2.5 carats exactly of your singular diamonds going around your center stone. There's been some halos here and there where you've had, you know, several stones make up this one diamond look, right? Here it is not the case. It's just one individual stone, one singular halo, a halo so impressive that you can take a step back and count each individual stone, right? You can't say that for a lot of these pieces. Here's what we're going to do on this one. It's not even going to be $4,999. Again, the diamond weight, it's 2.5 carats. That opal is not exactly a lightweight opal. It is 5.52. This ring is not even $49.99. And look at that from the side. This is platinum, so it is going to be weightier, which, you know, I like platinum for that reason, right? It feels heavier. It feels more important. No shade to gold, but I just like how platinum feels on the hand better. And this is what we're gonna do. One caller gets it. We are going to make it $3,999, and that is it. Look at all of those different blues and those greens just dancing and swimming inside of your stone, and one caller will get this piece, $39.99. I mean, $39.99 for 2.5 carats of, like, for just the mounting, right? Let's just say the mounting, the diamonds, and the platinum, right? Fair enough. But when you have an extra 552 opal in the center that looks like this, suddenly it's like, okay, something in this ring is free. What is it, right? We'll still size it for you. Right now it's a size 6.25, so I can't exactly put it on, but we'll still size it for you. It's true to size on this one. Look at it from the side. It's beautifully set. Some problems that I have with some opals is that the way it's set, it's like literally sitting on top of the mounting, which I don't prefer, because with these stones, you still want to be a little bit careful with them. So here it's nestled into the ring enough where it's not, you know, like jutting out of your ring. So love this piece. $39.99 minus the 10% off will make it yours. And let's bring it back up close for one more look here. Again, if you're just tuning in, we had a pair of magnificent fancy diamond earrings earlier today. If you need to see that again, let me know. It looks a little something like this. So we have those, we have this, we have our Mahen pink spanel trio coming up. I'll probably do in the second hour, unless you want to see it now. I can do it now too. Geraldine, I do have a request for you, so if you are watching, please let me know. And if you have a request, I'm talking to you, the viewers, please do call in, request anything that you might be thinking about. Again, the sale, it has gone on for quite a while, but it is not here to stay forever. So if there's something that you are still thinking about, that you're thinking, it's probably gone by now, don't count on that, right? Things happen, it might still be here, so it could be anything, right? It could be, you know, the smallest diamond studs we have, it could be the largest Tanzanite necklace that we have, right? I mean, two completely different things, whatever you want. All of our vaults are open. We will go in the back and we will check to see if it is here. So let me know on this one. Next up, I have an alexandrite in a ring. Now, I always can't with these stones because in the back, I look at them and I'm like, wow, what a beautiful color, right? And then I'm up here under a different lighting situation, and then suddenly it's like, oh, is this the same piece that I had seen back there, right? And yes, it is. So this is 1120592, and coming up next is going to be the first of our color changing stones for today. Goes by the name alexandrite. Here it is already trying to change colors. In the back, it was a beautiful warm green. And up here you're like, huh, it doesn't look that warm to me, right? That is because under this mixture of light that we see right here, it's trying to color change into that blue and purple. This is 1120592. This is in that two-tone gold look with the white gold and the yellow gold. So you have your yellow gold on the outside rope design wrapped around your ring, and the white gold is everything else. This is by far, I'm a little bit surprised there too, one of the most popular designs that we've had, right? Aside from the signature style, aside from the bridge style, aside from any, just single halo styles, even aside from the saddle styles, this is up there with one of the most popular styles. We've done it with such a wide variety of gemstones, right? We have this same exact style with an oval center stone. We've done it with yellow diamonds. We've done it with ruby, with sapphire, color change sphene. We've done it even with, I believe, grandidierite. So one simple style covers a wide, expansive, selection of different gemstones. And guess what? It works across the board. Same exact thing is happening here. 75 point center stone, 70 points of your diamonds, and this piece, $59.99 should be. Well, guess what? We are going to bring it all the way down. And I am glad, honestly, that this mounting is here because, ignoring the alexandrite, because if you look at that from the back, that is quite a substantial amount of gold. When you have a ring that is wider in the front, right, it's always a better idea to accommodate for the width in the front with some more, width in the back too, right? So your ring isn't turning and twisting on the hand. This is where you get this exact same style with an alexandrite in the center that looks like this. And although it may not be an oval, it does remind me of that other alexandrite that I had not too long ago that, I put it up here and it just straight up looked like a diamond, right? Those bright, intense flashes that you see going on right there. I mean, this is alexandrite. Aside from that, it has the ability to color change. So no, it does not look like this 100% of the time. Under a more consistent light source, it's more of a warm green color. Here right now, it is changing. It is trying to change. You can see some purples trying to come through. You can see some of that blues trying to come through. This is a stone that is also rather sensitive to this light, which is what I want to see, because you don't want to have a stone where you require like the entire room from floor to ceiling is covered in light aimed at this one stone for it to finally color change, right? Just one simple light, that's all it takes. It's not even $19.99, that's the best part. It may be a phenomenal stone with a color change, aspect to it, but we're not gonna charge you $6,000 for this piece. And $19.99, right, just for the mounting itself, that is a completely fair price, especially when you consider, it has to go through designing, it has to be casted, and, it has to be polished, and I just can't imagine, polishing this entire thing to look like this. We'll still do it for you, of course. And on top of that, you get an alexandrite in the center of it all. This is what it looks like on the hand. And quite honestly, I know that this is a style that is, that you can wear different ways on the hand, right? Here I have it on my ring finger, but I can also move it over to my middle finger. I know a lot of you guys wear it that way. And guess what? I can also move it over to my index finger. And guess what? A lot of you guys also wear it this way. So this is one particular style, but different ways to wear it. Definitely not a pinky ring and definitely not a thumb ring. And here's what we're gonna do on our beautiful one-of-a-kind alexandrite. I think this is the only one that I have here today, so if you wanna see anything else, just call in and request it and we'll check in the back for you. Now we're gonna bring this back up close here. It is, after all, a lovely piece. And we're gonna make it $1,888, and that is it on my one and only alexandrite that looks like this. Alexandrites, right? One name. But how many different stones have we seen across the years with such a drastically different look to them, right? We've had something that looks like this. We've had something that looks more on the warmer green side. We've had something that looks just, straight up like a diamond. We've had other stones that are deeper, darker in color, but also very sensitive to the light, right? So It's green, yes, but it's a very different range of the greens. But all of these, they do react to the lights, so that is 1+ here. 1888 on this one, maybe verifying on this one as we speak. And next up, what should I show to you guys next? I do have my largest private collection Mandarin garnet here too. It's gone through a discount. And then now it's going to go through another discount at checkout. So if you've maybe never seen this before, it is Mandarin garnet. It is going to be coming up next. And yes, sounds good there. So this one looks like it is gone. Again, please keep calling on the diamond band rings. I know it's been a lot the last couple of days, but you know, love diamonds, right? Diamonds, my first piece here, and will not be the last. So thank you for being here with me. I'm covering for Lauren for today. She'll be back with us tomorrow. But it's been a blast to be here, right? And so many pieces that from the museum, from the private collection, from the whatever, right? They all deserve one last look here, because any other sale event where, you know, it's just take this much off, take that much off, right? It's not fair to every single piece, right? With this 10% off sale, I think it's fair to every single piece that you see here. And not to mention, the more the piece, the more you're saving. So just take a moment and think about that, right? You can have, you know, $399 studs, or you can have, you know, $39,999, you know, pair of earrings or whatever, right? So the savings, I think it's fair. So if there's anything you want to see, you know, studs, to the museum reserves, to private collection, to whatever, just call us and let us know. We will have it out here if it is here. So thank you for being here with me. Very lively first hour here. On to the second hour. Now, I do also have a little bit more of the more high-end stuff. For example, the largest cornflower blue sapphire in a heart shape in a ring. That the ring itself is pretty large, so if you know what I'm talking about, that one is here for one last look as well. Just want to give as many of these pieces a last look as possible before, you know, we go bye-bye to them. So if there's anything you want to see, again, diamond pieces, I still have some more coming up in today's show. Yellow diamonds, blue wing block Tanzanites. I have my GIA certified Brazilian Paraíba. So if that sounds like anything that you want to see, just let me know, including this ruby and diamond bracelet. So truly nothing is off limits here. I already confirmed that. And so let's take a look at our alexandrite that I already sold, so do not call on this one. Do not call on this one, but next up we're gonna bring 1127763, and it's going to be our private collection Mandarin garnet that looks like that. I still remember the first time I saw these stones. I was like, what is that? Because if we remember what Mandarin garnets look like, they didn't look like this before, right? Before they looked like something like this, but with just a little bit more of that reddish color to it. And it had inclusions in it, right? It had visible inclusions in it. Here, that same orange colored stone, more of that bright pure orange color, meaning there's less of a, you know, there's less red in it. It's more of that perfect 50-50 split with the reds and the yellows. And here is where we have our 464 private collection Mandarin garnet center stone, carat 31 of your diamonds. And shame on us, we did not specify what shape the diamonds were, because aside from the rounds, which you have very minimal amounts of, most of that carat 31 is going to be with that tapered baguette. And every time I have a piece with tapered baguettes, I will go over this. Tapered baguettes are priced 2 times, if not 3 times more than your typical average standard round white diamonds. And not only that, but your tapered baguettes, and baguettes are in general, are priced according to millimeter size. So quite literally, 1 millimeter can change the price, can double the price, can triple the price. So I know you're seeing it here at TVON, right? We like to spoil you guys, and we do. But just keep in mind that when you go outside of TVON and where you go and see other pieces that, they do have the tapered baguettes, and you see that, crazy like $50,000 price tag, that's when you understand where that price is coming from. Here we have a carat 31 of your rounds, tapered baguettes, beautiful ring, and a 464. I know they've been saving the stone. I remember before this piece was even completed, I had, I had wished for, a large private collection Mandarin garnet, and, like literally 2 weeks later it happened. I was like, oh, what else can I wish for, right? But I saw this piece and I knew that collectors, I know this is not a stone that you necessarily would categorize in the collection aspect, right? It's not exactly like, 1 carat plus pink diamonds. It's not exactly like those bright neon Paraibas, right? It's not exactly like 3 carat plus yellow diamonds, right? Which, those are collectible pieces, right? I mean, everything is collectible, but when we think of collection, right? Museum collections, typically we think about these huge, ginormous pieces that, they're out there and they cost, millions of dollars, right? You would never think of a Mandarin garnet, right? Even those large auction houses, they have, loose Paraibas that are like hundreds of carats, right? They have the world's largest, purplish pink diamonds, right? They'll probably never have a Mandarin garnet, right? That looks like this. But here it is. It truly is a beautiful and special piece. It's a 464, the largest that we have here today. And it's not even $16,999. Would love for someone to truly just consider this. I mean, if you want, I'll zoom in all the way so you can see into your center stone. Because I get it, with the sale event, you want to be happy with your pieces, right? And here is a super up close look. And if you're watching on the TV, I would advise you to go online to our website, tvon.com. That's where we have an HD stream of the show, where you can quite literally see, if there's fuzzies in the prongs, which there's not. You can see every single detail. The picture is crisp. So if you want, I would advise you to head on over there too. And, just to have it side by side. I get it, you like to watch it on the large screen, me too. But if you really want to see the details, I think, our streams are the best way to go with this. And look at that. Inside of the stone, nothing to be seen. Those diamonds, tapered baguette or the rounds, perfectly matched in clarity and in color. It's not going to be even $6,999. I would love for someone to have this. For if you wanted to, even donate it to a museum, right? They've probably never even seen Mandarin garnet that looks like this. If anywhere else has Mandarin garnet that looks like this, I would question if it's natural or man-made, right? This right here is natural from the earth. And it's not even $69.99. Gonna zoom back here so you can see the entire mounting too. True to size on this one, it's almost like a shield design, right? Yes, it is a larger center stone, but yes, it also does wear very comfortably and is not too large either. So here it is on the hand. It's currently not really my size, so can't exactly put it on all the way. But look at that, right? That center stone is gleaming. It is glowing. The color is pure. It is a bright stone. And if I didn't know any better, I would have assumed that this was an imperial topaz, right? What other orange gemstone could there possibly be that looks like this, right? I probably wouldn't guess citrine because of the mounting. But I mean, truly, you look at this and you just can't really think of what it could possibly be, especially if you've never, witnessed what we can do. This ring right here, we're gonna make it $6,499, and that is it. Take your 10% off at checkout. We'll still size it for you. It is in the 18K white gold. It is a rather complex mounting, but don't worry. We'll spend our time and we will size it for you so that it is perfect. So all you gotta do is open up that box, put it on your hand, and wear it, right? That's it. But $64.99 on our largest private collection Mandarin garnet that looks like this. It does not happen. It is only happening today. And look at that. The stone, again, is set into the mounting, which is what you want to have, right? I know this is the perfect view because some pieces out there, it almost looks like the stone is set on top of the mounting, which that is not what you want to have. But here, the entire piece is just perfect. That Mandarin garnet, it is perfect in color and clarity. There's no color zoning. It's not too dark, it's not too light. It is that perfect, ideal Mandarin garnet. And even if you say that's a nice stone, but no thanks, I would advise you to take a picture of this stone. So even if you were to look for something in the future, you have standards for these stones, because why would you want to settle for less when there is quality like this out there? $64.99 on this one. Let's bring it up close one more time here and also show you what it looks like from the side. So that is what it looks like. Right on over there, you have a split shank down the sides there, and from the back, it is clean, right? These stones are not supposed to be as clean as this one is, and look at that. The perfect perspective there, not a single inclusion to be seen, and it's only $64.99 on this one. Let me know. And coming up next, I do have blue and blocky Tanzanite. I have another band ring style if anyone wants, or if you're all sick and tired of band rings, totally get it. Now, I do have a multicolored sapphire pendant. It is one of those drop style pendants that we haven't seen that often. Had one not too long ago with a garnet collection and also with, I believe, another sapphire collection, but here I am bringing it back with the sapphires. It is here, but before that, I would also like to flash some pieces here and there. In case you're interested, let me know. I do have one of the very few pieces that I would say it's like a perfect blend between the Indicolites and the green tourmalines right here. So this pendant right here, if you would like to have it, it's only $29.99. Yeah, I'm gonna start flashing some pieces and start just yelling out some prices. So if there's anything you would like to see, let me know. And I mentioned a double Paraiba pendant. This is also one of those pieces that is not for the faint of heart. It looks a little something like this. And if you would like this one, I would ask you to call me and we'll give you a price because it is not a small piece. In fact, just in the bail itself is a 207 Paraiba, so rather important on this one. So if you would like to know more on that one, I would ask you to call me on that one specifically. I have a pair of diamond earrings with the moon style motif. They look like that. So there's the moon, if it stops dancing. There's that diamond stud at the very top right there. So this pair of earrings, if you would like it, it has a carat 44 total weight of the diamonds. The earrings are mirrored perfectly, so it's not two of these. It's one like this and one flipped the other way. So if you would like this pair of earrings, it's only $14.99, white gold only on that one. And Geraldine, if you are out there, please let me know. I do have a request for you. And if there's anything else you guys want to see again, please also call us and we can help you out there. Now, next up, I have a zigzag style ring with the white and yellow diamonds. This is a last look at this piece. It is 1119497. Call me on that one. And here we have this zigzag ring. Now, a very long time ago, we also had a pink diamond version of this one. And on availability of that one, I actually do not know. So if you want to call in and ask about that one, we can check. But here's what we have in terms of the yellow and white diamond version. 14 karat two-tone gold, 20 points of your yellow diamonds bezel set with 84 points of your diamonds paved into the zigzag style ring. And I'm gonna zoom in just a hair here so you can see how perfectly done the bezel set is created. All hand set stones, but look at that. The bezel is a perfect circle, right? How many times have you, looked online, done some window shopping, done some price comparisons, and they have some bezel set pieces and it looks not like a circle, right? It looks like a circle with too many edges and points, right? Here, the stones are all perfectly set in that perfect bezel set circle. 20 points of your round yellows and 84 points of your round white diamonds. And this is last call. When these go, these are going to go out. Yellow diamonds, it's not exactly easy to bring this style back, right? Because how many yellow diamonds are in this one ring? And yet each stone has to be matched, right? I had a yellow diamond bangle just a couple of days ago. And those were 3 stones, right? Cushion cuts, they still had to be perfectly matched. Even in the accent stones, every single stone has to be matched. Because there are diamonds out there that they are, quote, white diamonds, but they do have a slight body color to them. Here, not the case. You can clearly distinguish between your white diamonds and your yellow diamonds. $29.99 should be priced on this one. I only have a couple of these to go around. So I don't have enough for everyone who is watching right here, right now. If this is a piece that you want to try out or have been thinking about, it is another way to do a band ring that is just slightly dressed up here. And it's not even going to be $19.99. Again, I cannot believe what is going on here with the diamond weight, with the diamond colors, and with the price. Has to stay like it is. We can size this one for you. We're going to make it $999, and that is it. And before you go, oh yeah, it's probably a paper thin band, right? A thin little band. Absolutely not. Even though it may be, you know, just a band, but look at it on the hand, right? This is everything but a band, and one is already gone. So take a look here. This is what I am talking about by, it is a band, but it has got so much more, right? The yellow diamonds, even from here, they do not get washed out. They are still strong. They still have a presence to them, right? They don't just blend in and start to look like white diamonds with, you know, a yellow gold frame around them, right? They are all still going to be that perfectly matched yellow diamond look. This is a last look here. We already have one gone. A second one is being verified right now. I do not have a lot to go around. And it's only $999 for this entire ring. Look at it from the side. It goes from width to width, right? It is just a perfect piece, everyday wearable. And here's the best part. Let me actually move it over to my thumb if possible. Okay, what do you guys think? I am thinking that this could potentially even be a thumb ring. I don't know, what do you guys think? You know, I personally love how it's on the hand, right? It's not like elevated at all. There's no basket to it. But I think it could work as a thumb ring, right? It's comfortable to wear. It's true to size. It's not overwhelming. It's got a designer aspect to it. I mean, how many thumb rings out there have you seen that has this yellow diamond, you know, just has yellow diamonds, right? Not that many. So $9.99 on this. I need to know who is taking how many, because at this point, you might want to get one for the thumb and one for, you know, somewhere over here, right? Even from here, sounds good. So we have another one going out the door here. So I think we only have 2 left. So it's always best to check with your operators, but if my count is correct, we may only have 2 left on this piece here today. Look at that, right? I mean, I am in love. Okay, I think I'm starting to like it as a thumb ring. So that would be maybe my recommendation. Again, it is comfortable, it is true to size, and it's not going to, you know, catch on your clothing at all. But look at that, yellow and white diamonds. And let me move it over to my ring finger here, just for another, you know, more standard look at this ring. So there we have it, white and yellow diamonds in this zigzag style ring. Now, again, if you want to see the pink diamond version, again, I don't know exactly if we still have that. So if you want to call in just to see if we might have it, you can always do that. But yellow diamond still here. Looks like we may only have 2 left here. So $9.99 for this ring. Beautiful piece. Let's bring it back up close here. One last look. Let me also show you what it looks like one more time from the side here. So as you can see, a very slight attention to detail is that the diamonds are set in line with the gold. So it truly is not going to catch on anything, right? For the bezels, you don't have to worry about anything, but for the white diamonds, right, there still are prongs for that one, but because it's set in line with the gold, it's going to still be smooth to the touch. And that's what it looks like from the back there. So again, all you're feeling on your hand is going to be that mirror finish gold. It is, again, unbelievably comfortable, and now my recommendation is to wear this as a thumb ring. So there you have it, $9.99. Looks like we may be down to the last one. Again, your operators will let you know. Geraldine, if you're out there, I have your request here for you. I'm not going to show it until you call in, so you're going to have to call in. So $9.99 on this one, selling out right now. Band rings from before, I believe, are still here. Band ring as in this one. So we had this earlier today as a request. So quite a diverse selection in the last, hour and a half. And here we go, $9.99 on this one. Let's see. Butterfly pendant. I have a French horn pendant. I have a large pink zircon, 730 round, also in a pendant with pink diamonds. Okay. All right, didn't realize that those were pink diamonds, but I guess we'll just show it. And again, if there's anything else you want to see, just let me know. I can't believe it. I thought these were white diamonds, but I also didn't look at them closely because the pink zircon itself is so large. So we do have a pink zircon piece coming up next. Anything else you want to see, call us quickly. And I also have that heart-shaped cornflower blue sapphire coming up in today's show as well. So thank you guys so much on this one. Next up, we're going to visit 1116775. And I already gave it away. It is a pink zircon in a pendant. And not only that, but it supposedly has pink diamond accent stones. Now, I didn't notice the pink diamonds, not because, oh, the pink diamonds are colorless, this or that. I didn't notice it because the pink zircon is so large that it's kind of hard to look past the pink zircon itself. This is what I'm talking about. So here's where we have a piece that is simple, right? It is beyond simple. It's in the rose gold, stays like it is. And here's my confession of the day. I was never really into pink zircons. It's a nice color, yes, but I didn't really find it in my heart to really just kind of like these, right? In the zircon family, I do prefer the blues, but the pinks, they never really caught my eye, okay? But then I saw this one, and then I was like, okay, wait a second. First of all, the color of the stone, I like it. The cutting of the stone, to work with the color of the stone, it works so well together. It is also going to be a bright stone. Some pink zircons I've seen here and there, they're a little too dark for my taste. Other stones, they have a little bit too much of that, it's kind of like a brownish color to it, right? Which, brown is a fine color and all, but I prefer to have a more saturated stone like this. And look at what we have done. A 730 round pink zircon with 16 points of the pink diamonds in this piece, rose gold only. $29.99 should be priced. Guys, for the price I'm about to do, I guarantee you cannot get this loose stone for the price I am about to do. Forget about the pink diamonds, forget about the gold, forget about everything. Just for this 7 carat 30, you cannot get loose for this price I am going to do. And you might notice that the item number up there, it is from many years ago. Many years ago versus today, so much has happened, right? It's not even $19.99. And yes, just because I am giving it a ridiculous price does not mean that, sorry, we have to waive the 10% off, right? The two pendants? The Indicolite? Was it the 3-stone one? Yeah. Of course. I will do a full presentation of those coming up next. Guys, I'm going to give you like 10 seconds to call in right now. You can always hang up and say no thank you. And while you're doing that, I'm going to show you what it looks like against the hand. I kid you not, one of the largest round pink zircons I have seen in a very long time, right? Even just against the hand, where if you could just imagine if this were going to be a stone in a ring, right? That is a large center stone. That is not a teeny tiny little like half carat stone, right? This is a 7 carat 30. The color is clean, it is bright, right? It is what I like more in the pink zircon colors, which, you know, you don't have to like what I like, but there's just something about the stone, the pure size of it. It almost looks like, I know you can't exactly like AI generate gemstones, but you know, it almost looks too good to be true. It's not even $19.99. This is what it looks like against the neckline. So again, can you see why I kind of just glossed over the mounting and the diamonds? Because when you have a stone like this, suddenly it's, I mean, no one is looking at the mounting, right? No one is looking at the diamonds. We are all looking at that pink zircon and thinking, what is she going to do on a stone that size? I'll tell you. Let's bring it back up close. I will tell you right now, it's not $19.99. One caller gets it. I cannot believe it. Look at that from the back, right? You can see every single facet cut to perfection. You can see all of those pink zircon colored flashes coming through from the back. The back is open. There is a basket for this one, even from the sides right here with how intense those colors are, where it's almost like a fuchsia meets red. This entire pendant is only going to be $1,599, and that is it. And there we have it. You cannot get a loose stone today for this size, for this color, with the pink diamonds, with the rose gold, for $15.99, and here it is. So next up we have a request to show some of the pieces that I had flashed. So I will do that here. Call me on this one. It cannot, you know what? If this piece still stays by the end of the show and we have to melt it, I think we'll all be very happy, right? Would love to just get a hold of this stone loose and just make something else with it, right? Put it in a ring with, you know, a double, triple halo of diamonds or, you know, something like that, right? But here it is, a 730 round pink zircon stone, right? The mounting and the pink diamonds are free at this point. You're just getting a 730 center stone for $15.99. It does not happen. It will never happen ever again. So good luck on this one. And if you get it, congratulations. Next up, we have 1123515. And it is going to be that tourmaline pendant that I had flashed here. So before I put it up here, let me actually zoom out just a hair here so I can, you know, be prepared for this pendant because it is quite a large piece here. But this one, $15.99, unbelievable. Gonna move it along here. Next up is going to be that tourmaline piece that looks like this. Here we go. It's got some water spots in the back, but we will get that cleaned up before we send it out to you. Here it is, platinum and 18 karat yellow gold Indicolite. Now, if I'm being very particular here, it does sort of have a bicolor look. So if you're looking really closely at the flash right now, towards one side, it does have more of that bluish color, and towards the other, it does have a little bit more of that green. So, but again, it does have that blue, but I'm just being very picky here. And it's probably so slight that you probably can't really see it here, but you know, towards the right, it does lean a little bit more of that. Sounds good, pink zircon is gone. So congratulations on that. We will not melt it down. So if you're looking at it with me right here, it's really, I'm being really particular. Towards the right, it's just a little bit more of that warmer green color, right? Towards the left has more of that indicolite color. That's just me, but you know, indicolite, that is a fair name for this one. That is a 1210 center stone. Now, love this color combination because aside from the diamonds, you have got 56 points total weight of your rubies, also bezel set. Love that. And it's not done in such a way where it's like, oh, you know, greens and red, it screams Christmas, can't wear it year round, I can only wear it near Christmas time. Like, no, right? It's not going to be that, you know, go-to Christmas piece. It could be if you wanted it to be, but it just has such a, like, I could see you wearing this in the middle of winter, Christmas time, or I could see you wearing this in the middle of the spring or even the summer, right? It has that flower aspect to it, that floral look that, you know, it's not exactly designed for one season, right? And to me, I just love the color combination. If I had this, I would wear it every single day. And here's what we're gonna do. $79.99, not going to be your price on this one here today. And look at that, right? All of the Burma rubies, even the stones are perfectly matched. You have 4 individual Burma rubies, and look at them, right? Perfectly set. They are crystal clear, they are bright. They're not just, you know, circles of red, right? Because if they were circles of reds, then, you know, where's the appeal, right? So here it is, they're bright, they're dazzling, you know, small rubies, large rubies, right? We still have standards. This one meets it. And this is what it looks like against the hand here. Look at that. Very first time I saw this piece up until now, I fell in love with this piece, with the stone, with the design. I was like, honestly, the first time I saw it, I expected it to go, right? And now here we are. How long has it been? And it is still here. The last time I had an Indicolite pendant, it was also a long emerald cut like this one. I think it was even a little bit longer. It had 3 pear-shaped yellow diamonds on the top. And, you know, that piece, it ended up going. And, you know, it was a beautiful stone. And after that one went, everyone was like, oh, wait, what? Is it still here? Can I still have it? And since then, right, it's not exactly easy to do Indicolite pieces like this. Here you not only have a 1210 center stone, but you also have rubies. You also have diamonds. You have a hidden bail, so it doesn't interfere with the design of your piece. And to top it all off, the cherry on top, is that it's not even going to be $39.99. Would love for someone to have it. This is what it looks like against the neckline here. I mean, look at that. Emerald cut stones, right? It looks like this, which fine, right? It's an emerald cut stone, it reflects the light. And then suddenly it looks like that. It becomes alive. It doesn't look like this for, you know, 24/7, right? Take it outside. You're gonna be wearing this on your neckline. And when you're walking around, I guarantee you it's going to look like that. You are going to be turning heads. Everyone's going to be wondering, what in the world is she wearing, right? What can dance and go like that? This is the appeal of emerald cut stones. This is why so many of us love these stones. And it's not even $39.99. Let's bring it back up close here and show you what it looks like one more time before it goes. Call me right now. It may already be verifying. It's $29.99. That is it. On a 1210 Indicolite tourmaline with rubies and diamonds, and it's only $29.99. Stays like it is for the gold color. But look at that, right? You know, surprisingly, I would have expected more of the platinum, but look at that. So much more of the piece is in that 18K yellow gold. It is that perfect piece to wear every single day. And look at that from the side there as well. So much gold is just wrapped around your center stone, right? It's protected. The stone is protected. It's not going anywhere. And here it is. One caller gets it, $29.99. Next up, I'm also going to show you that triple sapphire piece that I had mentioned. It is here by request. So if there's anything that I flash that you want to see a full presentation of, let me know. But look at this. Beautiful. Greens, blues, reds, and white diamonds all together just like that, $29.99. We're gonna move along here. So I'm gonna be moving along pretty quickly again. So if there's anything that you see that you want to know if it's still here or not, just let me know. There we go. Part 2 of Tim's caller's request. This is 1119187. This is a style that has admittedly grown on me. We had only a handful of these pieces before. Most of them were with the garnets, right? We had one with the rose and barons, Mandarin garnets, and the sapphirites. And I did have a version very similar to this one with also very similar colored sapphires. But here we have our trio of sapphires. We have our bright sunshine yellow at the very top. We have a beautiful hot pink in the center. Yes. Sounds good. Thank you very much. And at the very bottom, do my eyes deceive me, or is that a cornflower blue sapphire? Right? And yes, this is the white gold only. 333 of all of your sapphires added up together. You have 48 points of your white diamonds here. So every single stone has its own little halo. You have a bezel set diamond between your little sapphire sections there, and then you also have diamonds in your bail at the very top. Best part is that this entire pendant was supposed to be $49.99. When you have 3 of the most sought after sapphire colors in one, right? That just ups the rarity, ups the popularity. How many times, even just here, right? Ignoring everyone outside of here, even just here, every single time we have a yellow sapphire, there's been fights for it. Every single time we have a pink sapphire, there's been fights for it. Every single time we've had a cornflower blue sapphire, there's been fights for it. We never seem to have enough to go around for everyone. Here is where you're getting the best of all 3 worlds in one simple pendant. Everyday wearable, yes. It does have a longer drop here, so let me just grab it here and show you what I mean. Because look, right? You need this presence to show off all 3 of your stones. You can't just set them side by side by side and expect for it to wow, right? When you have this presence, I mean, it's such a good use of 48 points of diamonds, right? It is just, you know, you're given these stones, and there's 1,000,001 different ways that you could design a piece out of these 3 stones, right? Here, I think is the best result of what could have been done, where you can still identify each individual stone, and you can still appreciate each individual stone by itself and together as a whole piece. If you would like it, we're gonna make it $19.99. Very first caller gets it. That beautiful yellow, almost a diamond yellow sapphire, pink sapphire, and the cornflower blue here. $19.99 only. I do not have more of these. This is it. If you want to see one with ruby, sapphire, and emerald, I have this exact same style. I believe it's in the yellow gold. And just be aware that the price is going to be very different. But if you would like to just have sapphires across the board, this is it for you. And look at that. $19.99 for 3 of the most popular colors for the sapphires, and 1 caller gets it. Let's bring it back up close here, take another quick look here. And if there's anything else you want to see, again, time is running out here. Just let us know what you would like to see here. We do have a heart-shaped cornflower blue sapphire in a ring coming up too, so if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, just let me know. But this one here must go. It's only $19.99, and you saw it against the hand, you saw it against the neckline. Those stones individually are not small. Those stones individually, though, in rings, could you just imagine what they would be going for? And here you're getting all 3 together. We're not going to charge you, 3 times the price. It's only $19.99. You're getting it in solid 14K white gold. And here it is, still hanging out as we speak. It surely will go. And Geraldine, if you're watching, please let me know. I have your request here for you. And you know what? I promised this in the second hour. We're going to get to the Mahen Pink Spanel Trio that I had mentioned at the very beginning of the show. This is a stone that we quite literally have not had anything new come in for the longest time. And it's such an iconic bright neon color. And for the longest time, you guys were here with me, I wanted to, design something around it, with different colored stones, like the Paraibas, like Mandarin garnets, and the like. But it was incredibly difficult because there's been nothing new coming in for the longest time. It's what we have here. And trust me, I've gone through the private collection. There's nothing. There's not a single Mahen Pink Spanel that I can just get out of the private collection to work with. There has been absolutely nothing. So here is your last chance. I have 3 selections of the Mahen Pink Spanels here. We're going to do the exact same price, so take your pick. The one in the center is going to be my only pear shape. I have 2 ovals in the bridges. So I have this one in this bridge where there's no halo around it. And I have this one that does have a halo around it. So 3 stones, 1 price. Every every single stone up here is of a rather significant carat range. Every single stone up here is a carat plus. And better yet is that the smallest stone up here is that pear shape in the center. That pear shape in the center is a carat 31. That is the smallest stone up here. The second largest is going to be the oval on the left. That is going to be a carat 38. And the largest up here, get ready for this, the largest up here is a carat 97. That is the one on the right. So we have 3 Mahen pink spanels here, 2 in a very similar style. The one in the center, yes, it does have pink diamonds. And here's what we're gonna do. Again, the smallest one is a carat 31. These are not carat plusers like 101, 102, 103, 105, right? These are carat 31 and up. The largest one, yet again, on the right, this one right here. That center stone is a carat 97. Everything up here should not be below $9,999. And here we are in the middle of a sale event with 3 of our larger Mahen pink spanels up here together. Collectors, this is your chance. This is your chance to score big. And yes, G says, like the pair the mostest. I do too, that's why I put it up here first. Out of the 3, if you were to ask me, I do like the pear shape the best. Now, this next piece that I'm gonna flash before I get to the final price, it's not for sale because I don't like the value on it, and honestly, the stone itself is pretty nice, but there's something wrong with it, right? So, this right here, what I'm holding, is also a Mahen pink spanel. But this right here, what I'm holding, is a 221. So, this is a 221. If I were to put it up here, which it's not gonna be the same price, if I were to put it up here, you would naturally assume that that is also one of the carat plusers, right? But no, this is a 221, and the price is essentially double of what I'm gonna do for these 3. So, I mean, look at that, right? The stone itself, again, it might just be the cut, right? This might just have a deeper cut to it. I don't blame the stone, but I'm just saying, if you want to have presence and you want to have, you know, size on the hand, go with one of these 3. If you want to see my 221, I can bring it up, but again, the price is going to be essentially double of what these 3 rings are going to go for up here. You got to call me on this one. Again, this is it. Mahen pink spanels, before, you know, a long time ago, we actually had selections. We actually had earrings, pendants, necklaces, rings. We even had bangles, pendants, whatever you could think of, we had it. And gradually over the years, these pieces just slowly and quietly went out the door, right? And here we are where everyone has suddenly, you know, woken up and said, oh my gosh, there's no more Mahen pink spanel, you know, coming out of the ground, right? That's it. And, you know, TVON is running out. We might even run out of these stones before we run out of the blue wing block D Tanzanites, right? They are that limited. In our spanel inventory that I have gone through multiple different times, we have more of the Burma material than we do of this Mahen pink spanel material. This is it. Nothing up here is even going to be $4,999. I would love for someone to have any one of these 3, just add it to your collection. The value of these is only going to go up. And every single stone up here has that neon aspect. They're not a pastel-y color, which we have some, you know, Mahen pink spanels, some loose stones that are not only included or cloudy, but they also lack the color. You look at it and it looks like a washed out pink sapphire. None of these 3 stones has that problem. And I didn't even mention the diamond weight. The one in the center, the pear shape, it has 33 points of your pink diamonds. and 62 points of your white diamonds. The one on the left, the bridge without the halo, has a carat 36 of just the diamonds. And the one on the right, the largest Mahen pink spanel, that has a carat 11 of your VS white diamonds. Everything up here stays like it is in the gold color. I think this is one of the stones that looks the absolute best in the white gold. Every single stone up here is clean. And here is what we're gonna do. It's not even $39.99. Just like that, took another $1,000 off, and we are not yet done. Which one is your favorite? Let me try it on here. And okay, this is my favorite. So I'm gonna try this one on first, because when you see a stone of this intensity, of this neon factor, how can you say no, right? Forget about the white diamonds, forget about the pink diamonds. Just the stone itself makes me want to say, yes, I will take that, please, and thank you. And guess what? Does this look like, you know, a carat 30-something stone? Absolutely not. It has the size presence to it. It's not $39.99. You are still getting 10% off of each piece that you see up here. And this is true to size as well. And let's bring it back up close here. Take another close-up look on this one. And I must say, I think my second favorite might be this one, right? This is one of those stones that, you know, from here, it's like, oh yeah, there's a dark spot in the center. It's like, what happened? The stone itself is so clean. The facets are cut so clean that it's basically copying the properties of mirror finished gold. If you've seen, in fact, I can probably, yeah, I can copy it right here. This in the back is gold, right? When I hold it up, it is reflecting the studio right now. Same exact thing is happening here. The stone is so clean, it is so reflective that when I hold it up, it's just reflecting the studio. But that is, in fact, the natural color of your stone. And let me try this one on next too for you, right over here. Look at that, $39.99, not going to be your price. Do not place orders just yet. I am not done discounting. Look at how bright that stone is. Look at that, right? Beautiful white gold, stays like it is. Tell me which one your favorite is. And let me put this one back up close here. And last but not least, definitely not the least, is this one right over here, the 197 large center stone. Also in the bridge style mounting. Look at this stone on the hand. Even from a distance away, it has not lost that neon factor. Every single stone up here must go. And if any of these pieces, for whatever reason, still happens to stay by the end of the day, I guarantee you they will be taken apart and these stones will be going into the private collection. I guarantee you that. It's too good to leave here. It's not even $39.99. Which one is going to be your favorite? Let me know. I tried them all on. I can do it again. I would love to do it again here. Take your pick. We're going to make it $3,888. Take whichever one is your absolute favorite, and here we go. Again, the one on the right. Yes, the one on the right, the largest one, this one right over here, is already gone to Joanne's collar. No surprise there. The item number is 1122850 on the one on the right, so congratulations on that one. It is gone. Now we are left with these two smaller, yes, the one in the middle, pear shape. Item number 1122611. Pear shape is gone to Tim's collar, just like that. Last one is here. Last one, and might as well bring up the item number. This is 1126119. It is here. It is our last one of the bunch. And no, the stone is not dark. This is not, oh, you know, it's a bad stone, right? This is once again because it is reflecting the studio. Center stone on this one, a carat 38. And 136 of the diamonds here, collector's last chance before it goes. And you saw all three of them up there together. They were all beautiful up there together and, you know, all fairly consistent with the neon coloring there. No surprise here. And, you know, this is that one stone that actually reminds me of that one gemstone. I'm sure a lot of us remember that ring, that one Mahen pink spanel gents ring that we had. And, you know, it was a cushion cut, square cushion cut. It was here for the longest time. It had a very similar cut style to it where, like this, it just looked dark. Like this, it was the most beautiful stone you have ever seen. And the same exact thing is happening right here. It is just that reflective, and 3888 on this one, unbelievable. This is that bridge mounting from the side there. You can see where it's hovering over your multiple rows of the diamonds there. And I mean, look at that. So much gold in the back right here, that neon color, even out of the light. It is just such a saturated stone, and it's only 3888. Let me try it on one more time here for anyone who is still thinking about it. Look at that. The stone is surrounded by a carat 36 of diamonds, and look at it. It is not lost. It is not, you know, shy. It's not saying, oh, I'll just back off and let the diamonds shine, right? It is saying, nuh-uh. Everyone is looking at me. You're not looking at the diamonds. You're not looking at the design. You are only looking at the Mahen pink spanel right there, right now. Look at how bright and neon it is. And it's only $38.88. Take your 10% off at checkout. Collector's last chance on this one. And we'll bring it up close. And no, I'm not going to show the 2-carat pluser. I don't really like that one. It's a nice stone, don't get me wrong. But, you know, 221, it doesn't really look like it. And right? So go with this one. I like this one a lot more. So call me on this one. And let me also flash really quickly. In case you didn't see, we also had a pair of multicolored diamond earrings that look like this. So if you want to see that again, let me know. My cornflower blue sapphire coming up. Before that though, I think my Tanzanite at the very beginning is still here. I say hesitantly because it looks a little something like this. This was the carat 14 round, $14.99. I think it's still here. If it's gone, forgive me, but I didn't hear anything about it. So if you want to call on that one, please do. Okay, speaking of Tanzanite though, before we get to the cornflower blue, I think a lot more of you guys might like this one better. One of my Tanzanite pendant designs, I was given a fancy cut Tanzanite stone and they said, do something with it. So I said, okay, I got you. Now, the thing with designing is that you can't exactly just, you know, slap around 5 carats of diamonds around it and expect for the value to be there where, you know, 90% of you guys would say, yeah, I'd get that, right? So what I did instead, it's going to be 1125696. What I did instead was I took this fancy cut blue wing block D Tanzanite stone and I went through all of our fancy cut sapphires and I said, you know what? I think it's time. So here they are together. This is one of the fancy cut blue wing block D Tanzanites that I have seen that have such a large presence of the red flash. And even while it is sitting still here on the wheel, you can tell how impressive it is, right? Those red flashes that you see are not from that pink sapphire. They are from the Tanzanite itself. This 1426 museum reserve fancy cut blue wing block D Tanzanite, 90 point in your fancy cut hot pink sapphire in the bail. 2-tone gold on this one. Rose gold with the pink sapphire. Everything else in the white gold. $16,999 on this one. And you guys are smart. When I'm in the phone bank and a Tanzanite comes up, you guys love to call in early and say, I'm going to hold off and see what the price is. And you guys are usually right. So we have a lot of smart shoppers out there. And with this piece in particular, right, especially with a fancy cut, saturated pink sapphire, you can probably easily guess about where the price is going to be. But here's where I say I'm going to surprise you and I'm going to bring it down, and on top of that you get 10% off. If this piece does not sell, I'm okay with it. That only means that the museums that have been, stalking us for this material can finally get their hands on a fancy cut like this. And if I have to send it over like this, fine, but at least it won't be taken apart. But here's one last chance for someone who maybe is thinking about this piece, has been thinking about this piece, and said, you know what, I already see the value, I need some time to think about it, right? That's perfectly fair. Here's the perfect chance because you are getting 10% off of this piece. It's not, 10% is not exactly, $50, right? It's not exactly $100, right? It's nice when we do those sales, but I'm so glad that we kind of, shifted over to this, percentage off sale, because then, again, that makes everything fair for every single piece that you see up here. For this piece, not even $99.99. Would love for someone to have this. Most of these designer pieces that I've done, you guys seem to love with these color combo pieces. So I'm glad. Here is one more that you could potentially add to your collection. It's not going to cost $99.99, and look at that, right? The way that the stone has a very specific cut that allows for it to be more dazzling, right? Because between the emerald cuts, between the trillions, between the ovals, the rounds, the cushion cuts, right? All of these different shapes give you a different outcome. Naturally, an emerald cut is going to look drastically different from a round, which is why you can't really compare between the two, right? But here is a case where if you see it and you like it, you should probably consider it for yourself. It's not going to be $99.99. I am here to help someone out. I just love how the pink sapphire, it is saturated, yes, but it's not overwhelming. It doesn't overtake the Tanzanite. It doesn't take away from it. I think it's perfectly balanced where you spend enough time on each stone, right, attention-wise. And if you would like it, one caller gets it. $6,999, just like that, for a 1426 Museum Reserve stone with a 90-point fancy cut. Both stones in this piece, fancy cuts. This is what it looks like against the neckline. I mean, look at that. Wow, wow, wow. That pink sapphire may not be, a 1 carat stone, may not be a 2 carat stone, but it's still got that presence. It doesn't just, disappear, right? It may only be a 90 point, but because of the way it's cut, the elongation that it has, it really adds to the overall look. You have a more angled, fancy cut towards the top, and then at the bottom, you have that more smooth, curved look. It is the perfect piece that balances itself, and is only $69.99. We're gonna bring it back up close here and take another look. Now, if you want to go larger with the pendants and just diamonds, I have one other option. It is a cushion cut. I'm gonna flash it really quickly here because the carat weight here is, not quite double, but it is going to be one of those larger sizes. So if you prefer something more traditional, I do have this, in case anyone is wondering. This is our 2327 center stone, 95 points in diamonds, and the price is going to be a little bit different. So if you would like to have this, call me, I can bring it up and do a full presentation. If you want to just call in and just see what the price is, I'll give the operators permission to just tell it to you. So let me know, either on that one or on this one. And here we go. Last call on our Blue Wing Block D Tanzanites. We are running out, and 9 out of 10 times, whenever I get a call now, it's going to be, oh, so do you know when the Tanzanites are going to run out? And I wish I could see into the future to tell you specifically when it's going to run out, but I don't have that future sight. I wish I did so I could tell everyone, but I don't. But what I can tell you though is, as someone who has gone through the inventory multiple times, we're running out. Most of the box, okay, so like 2 years ago, we had 2 full boxes of just Blue Wing Block D Tanzanites. And up until recently, we have downgraded to 1 box only. And in that 1 box, most of it is that unheated material. So we don't exactly have a lot left. That much I can say. So if you were thinking, before we had 2 boxes, and they were full boxes. They were not, oh, you know, just a couple pieces here, a couple pieces there, right? They were full boxes. We were even, you know, debating, should we, you know, expand to a third box, right? That's how much we had. And now we're down to not even one box, right? So again, I don't have an exact date to when this material is gone for good, but you know, every single time I, you know, go through the pieces, suddenly it's like, oof. Every time I get to the Tanzanite box, suddenly it's like, oof, starting to sweat. All right. So let me know on this one, and thank you so much for being here with me. My name is Joyce, again, just here for today. Lauren will be back with you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. So it's been a nice show so far, and thank you so much for being here with me. I have a couple of pieces that I really want to get to before we have to go here today. So Tanzanite pendant, the cushion cut that I had flashed. If you want to see it, just let me know. Again, it's a little bit more, so just heads up there. I have some other yellow diamond pieces I would also like to share with you guys before we go. It is in a necklace, a single oval yellow diamond set east-west in a necklace, single halo of diamonds around it. So important piece. Also the cornflower blue sapphire, the heart shape. I might hold off on that one, seeing as our pendant is still here, so maybe the collectors aren't here with us today. That's okay. I also have a pair of hoops, just one pair in the yellow gold. They are going to be with that hollow style. So last time I had gone over how they make the hollow style look. Today, luckily, I don't have that necklace. I just have a pair of earrings. So rather than spending weeks on a piece, this is a piece that you could spend maybe one entire day on. So get ready. Last hour does not mean that it is all entirely recaps. We still have pieces to get to that you have not seen so far today. Let's get back into it. Again, we are, I think, thinking about our blue wing block Tanzanite pendant. So let's take one last look and see who is going to take it here today. My piece with the sapphire and the Tanzanite. Let's go. And if there's anything I just mentioned, again, let me know. We can bring it up here. Geraldine. Paging Geraldine, I have a request for you. Last hour is here. If you want to see it, if you need to see it, let me know. I assume you do, which is why I have it. So call me on this one. Cushion cut Tanzanite is here. And let's go to the gold hoops here. Again, do not forget about my last Mahen pink spanel, this ring right here, 3888 on this one. That one, I believe, is still hanging out here. The other two flew out the door just like that. Collector's material. My round Tanzanite at the very beginning of the show is still here as well. Yellow diamond necklace is coming up too. But first, let us get to 1123013. I hopefully expect for these to go rather quickly because they are a popular style and I only have one. So let me know on this one, keep thinking about it. And next up is going to be this hollow hoop style. Entirely gold, not a single diamond to be seen. This is that 14 karat yellow gold. We even have a gram weight on this one, 5.7. And I only have this one pair. Call me right now. It's not even going to be. They may already be gone. $19.99. Throw that out the window. One caller gets it. $799 on this one. Yellow gold only. And you already see the backing that you are going to get with this one. And look at that. This is all entirely gold. This is what it looks like against the hand as well. So it's not a full hoop style. It's going to have that open look. It's not heavy at all. It is hollow, which means it's not solid gold. You have the gram weight up there. It just has that presence where, you know, when you're wearing these pieces, you don't necessarily want to have, you know, that heavy weight, right? Because then only you can feel it. You want to have that visual presence so that everyone around you can see it, and it's already gone, but let me try it on or show it to you against the ear as well so you can see also what it looks like size perspective, right? That is not a thin flimsy little hoop, right? It is substantial. It is already gone, so congratulations on that one. Let's bring it up close, and we're gonna bring 1122285 coming up next. It is going to be what we like to call a yellow diamond. This is, yes, an entire necklace. Yes, that is a 101 oval VS center stone in the direct center of your necklace. Stays like it is in the yellow gold. 32 points of your diamonds in that halo. And guess what? You still have those bezel diamonds in the back right there. Let me see where the other one is, or if this is only one bezel. You have at least one bezel diamond in the chain for this one. But look at that, right? Forget about the bezel diamonds. We're all here for the yellow diamond. $69.99 should be priced on this one. It is not. Yellow gold only here. Guys, this is definitely one way to do a yellow diamond necklace, right? There's many different ways. You've seen it here and there, but it's simple yet effective, right? If it were just a single center stone with a chain, I think it'd be a little too small, right? I would, personally speaking, I would like to have a little bit more around it, whether it's just gold or diamonds, to give it that extra pop. And here it is. It's not even going to be $29.99. That center stone, yet again, is a 101. This is last call on this. In fact, I think it's been a long time since I've even seen this particular style here. And let me just take it off the chain here so I can show you what it looks like against the hand. If it even wants to budge here. It's been pretty happy sitting on its little platform here. But, so yeah, it does have only one of the bezel diamonds here. So as you can see right there on the left side. And look at that, how bright this stone is. How different it is from your white diamonds, all set entirely in the yellow gold. Are they what? Yeah, those were, I believe it was 5.7 grams. Yeah. So yes, that was a previous piece. And here we go. I mean, right? It has the presence to it. And don't get me wrong, when you have the oval set east-west, it does kind of give it a smaller look as opposed to being set north-south. But with the extra halo of diamonds and the negative space between it to distinguish the two, right? This is that piece that you can wear every single day, right? Over the weekend, I had a yellow diamond bangle, and I admit that was a little bit much, right? It was quite literally covered entirely in the diamonds, and I don't know if someone would wear that every single day, but a piece like this, where you can just wear it on your neckline every day, a yellow diamond, not a white diamond, a yellow diamond, right? You don't see this every single day. It's not $29.99. Call me right now. We're gonna make it $2,399. First caller gets it, and yes, you still get to take that 10% off, and here is what it looks like against the neckline. Even from here, you can differentiate between your center stone and that diamond halo. This is what yellow diamonds are all about. And yes, you do get that one bezel set diamond on the side, on the chain right there. And not to mention this chain, right? There's not exactly, you know, quite literally diamonds in the chain, but the way the light hits it, it really does feel like the chain itself has a diamond feel to it. But here we go, this entire necklace, only $23.99. The perfect piece too. I'm just throwing ideas out there. If you wanted to layer with any of your other necklaces, if you maybe have, you know, a smile necklace, right? A wonder style necklace, anything, diamonds by the yard. If you wanted to just layer it together, right? It would look beautiful. $23.99 only for this one. Let's bring it back up close and take another look here. And see, actually, yeah, I think here might be good. Yeah, so here you have yellow diamond, beautiful piece, one only, yellow gold only. It goes out just like this. And yes, I think up close would be a better look here. Let me just grab it, see if I can hold it here. So you can see up close and personal, again, even how saturated that yellow diamond is, right? How clean it is. It is a VS stone. So it may not be GIA certified, but a lot of our jewelers here, you know, they see diamonds basically every single day, right? They literally see it every single day. And they are well used to diamonds by now. In fact, one of our jewelers, they started out with only diamonds. They looked at only diamonds. And now it's like, anytime I have a question, I go up to them and I go, hey, just a quick question on this stone. Is it VS or not? And you know, they usually say, yes, it is a VS stone, right? And they don't just look at it with a loupe. They put it under a microscope to get a really close, in-depth look at just one single stone, just to tell me, just to confirm with me if it's VS or not. And this one, it absolutely is, and it's still here for $23.99. Unbelievable there. Again, last call is here. We have 45 minutes left in today's show. If there's anything you would like to see, just let me know. We can always check in the back and bring it out, hopefully, if we do have it. Now, earlier today, felt like a million years ago, but I had a ring with yellow and white diamonds. It was that zigzag style ring. I do believe we might still have the last one available, so call your operators to double check on that. But I also wanted to give us a last look at a style of earrings that are also going to be yellow and white diamonds. It is going to be 1119079. Call me on this one, it has to go. And next up we have that earring stud style that I would love to give one last look at. Now, we just had one singular large yellow diamond up there. That's easy enough, right? One single yellow diamond, 4 prongs. And here we have yellow diamonds, multiple stones of a significantly smaller size, still prong set, 1 by 1. This is our 25-point total weight yellow diamond star style with 19 points of your white diamonds in this beautiful asymmetrical star style look. These are studs. If you love to dress up your earscape, give it some, you know, designer look, this is something that you could wear in your primary or secondary piercing. Here's the thing yet again. I only have a couple to go around. This is a great gift idea for graduations. Graduations are coming up. And this is not a thing where you have to, you know, be sneaky about it and say, oh, what size does she wear? What gold color? You know, this or that, right? Preferences, right? This is something that anyone can wear, no matter your age, no matter your style. Here is our $19.99 pair of studs. We already have one verifying, yes. This is post and butterfly back. Post and butterfly back, and the post is towards the center. It's kind of difficult to establish a perfect center because of how asymmetric the stars are, if you kind of get what I mean, right? So I think that's what also made me kind of like these a little bit more. If they were like that perfect star shape, then I'd feel like it's a little bit too childish, right? But here with the asymmetry, suddenly it's like, oh, it's a little bit different. And look at that. You thought that they set the diamond on a flat surface. You thought wrong. These diamonds are set at a curve, adding to the difficulty level of the setting style, right? You thought setting one single stone of this size, 4 prongs, was hard enough. Well, they did above and beyond. They set it on a curve. Now, here's the best part. It's not even going to be $999. These will sell out. If you maybe picked up the ring that we had earlier, I think, here's just a thought, because of how angular they both are, I think they could go together. And summer is coming up, and I just think this is the perfect summer piece, right? Does it not just remind you of, you know, outside, the sun is blazing, right? It's gonna be, what, 100 degrees here over the weekend, right? I mean, it's that time of year again. It's not $9.99. Call me now. The first pair is already gone. We are going to make it $699. And before you go, yeah, no, those are kind of small for my taste. This is what it looks like against the hand. That is absolutely not a small style, which is why I said you can wear it either in the primary or the secondary piercing. I think the size is perfect there. Maybe a little bit too large for the secondary piercing, but perfect for the primary piercing. And it's only $699, where you are getting yellow diamonds, where you are getting white diamonds. Every single stone perfectly matched. And this is what it looks like against the ear here. There it is. Can you see what I mean? It is sizable. Even from here, you can see the shape, the size of your piece, even up here, right? I'm just saying, right? Wear a drop in the primary piercing and then wear something like this. If you have the star hoops that we had, not too long ago, wear those in the primary piercing and then wear these in the secondary piercing. Why not, right? It's the perfect style to do so. And here we go, $6.99 a pair on these. Let's bring it back up close. Take another last look at it. We're gonna give it 60 seconds here, and then we are going to move along from this one. Don't forget about my yellow diamond necklace, my multicolored diamond earrings. My private collection Mandarin garnet is still here for $64.99, as well as my black opal with my 2.5 carat exact diamond halo for only $39.99. If any of those pieces sounds like something you might like to see again, let me know. Again, end of the show is almost upon us. Have my last Mahen pink spanel still hanging out here. I have chrysoberyl earrings. I know. Not cat's eye chrysoberyl, just regular chrysoberyl earrings. I have studs, I have drops, and if you would like to see those, just let me know. Brazilian Paraíba is here. Now, I'm going to do something a little bit crazy. This is going to be a little bit insane. So what I have coming up next is going to be Mahen pink spanel and Colombian emerald. Not in the same piece, in two separate pieces. And what's going to happen here is that we are going to show you two pieces that have multiple stones inside of them. And these pieces, they are with hidden bails, so it might require a little bit more to just kind of, it might require a smaller chain to accommodate them, but I'm gonna show you both up next. I might as well start with the Colombian emerald. It is going to be 112,6995. So gonna move on from this. Does not mean that they are sold out. If you have any questions, you can also double check with your operators. But here we have a Colombian emerald pendant. There are multiple perfectly matching stones here. And this is one pendant. It's like a wreath style. It definitely is not something that you see every single day. And I have this emerald version right here. And I have a Mahen pink spanel version over here. So what I like to do is I like to bring multiple pieces and just give them the same price. And I know Colombian emeralds and Mahen pink spanels, they are both that ridiculously, sought after stones, and they are ridiculously difficult to work with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it your choice of. They're gonna be the same price, but we're just gonna send them out of here, okay? So here's the thing, for the emerald, it's in the yellow gold. For the Mahen pink spanel, it's in the white gold. They have to stay like it is. I can't do any switching, so what you see is what you get. The emeralds, 89 points total weight for all of your rounds. A carat 15 for your diamonds. For the Mahen pink spanel, which is 1122513, it is a carat 05 of your round Mahen pink spanels and a carat 15 matching diamond weight. Stays like it is in their respective gold color. Both of these pieces should not be below $49.99. And I've held up the emerald for long enough. Let me go and grab the Mahen pink spanel so I can show you all of the stones here together. There we have it. If you have a favorite, let me know. It's going to be your choice of, and honestly, for what I'm going to do, you can probably get both and feel good about it. This is what the Mahen pink spanel looks like against the hand. That is not a small ring. It's not even a ring, it's a pendant. This is not a small pendant. This is substantial. Not only that, but the stones, right? I mean, a carat of 5 spread across so many stones, right? You probably expected it to be, little morsels of colored gemstones. Here is where I prove you wrong, right? Look at that. With the negative space, without the negative space. And this is what it looks like against the neckline as well. Each stone is still prominent. It's still present. It does not get lost. And once again, it will change very slightly according to what shirt color you wear. So if you wear a beautiful sky blue shirt, I just think that will let the Mahen pink spanels pop even more. Here's what we're gonna do. Your choice of, let's bring it back up close. I will do the same exact thing with the Colombian emerald version. It's not even going to be $19.99. Say sold right now. You are not paying $19.99 for this entire piece. Look at that, right? And against the hand, same exact thing is happening right here, where you have so many perfectly matching Colombian emeralds. They are so incredibly bright and neon. It's almost like, are you sure those are emeralds, right? They never look like that. It doesn't matter the size. On Sunday, I had a round. It flew out the door. So many of you guys missed out. Same exact thing is happening right here. Nothing is going to be $19.99. 2-color gets it. Or if you want to pick up both, you can. Stays like it is in the gold color, but look at those emeralds set at an angle, but still perfectly matched stones. This is what it looks like against the neckline as well, and similarly here, right? I'm wearing a very pastel-y pink today, but look at how differently it looks with the emeralds versus the Mahen pink spanels. Take your pick. These will not stay here. They cannot stay here. Let's bring it back up close. Take one more look here. Take your pick. We're gonna make it $1,699 for either or. Again, the emerald is in the yellow gold. The Mahen pink spanel is in the white gold. Take your pick. They both must go. Let me zoom out just a little bit here so I can show you the entire piece one at a time. But look at that, $16.99. Take your pick. Do you like emeralds better? Or do you like the Mahen pink spanels better? It is completely up to you. The style is the exact same. You are getting so many stones that are perfectly matched for only $16.99. If you like to have fun with your pieces, this is definitely for you. If you like to just have, one single stone, halo around it, and that's as far as you'll go, that's fine. This is probably not going to be for you. But this has presence to it. This has size to it. Not only for the stones, but also overall for the entire piece. And here you're getting perfectly matched stones once again in each piece, and it's $16.99. Take your pick. 10% off. If you get both of them, you get 10% off of each piece today. So call me on either of these. This is what it looks like from the back. From the sides too, right? So much gold. And yes, this is all going to be your hidden veil. So I love how it's worked into the design again. When you have something as unique as this, where it's almost like that circle of life pendant, this is taking it to the next level, right? Dressing it up with Colombian emeralds, dressing it up with Mahen pink spanels, two stones that are, again, incredibly difficult to work with. In fact, our lead jeweler came to me and said, we are no longer able to do those emerald studs anymore. We don't have the stones to match. And from that moment on, we haven't seen any more emerald studs. We do not have the stones to work with to match. Here's where you're getting all of these Colombian emeralds, perfectly matched stones in one piece, perfectly matched just for you. Let me know, $16.99 on this one. I'm gonna set them both down here so I can go grab my next piece for today before we run out of time here. And if I never mentioned this, but I am wearing a bracelet. If anyone didn't mention my bracelet or didn't see my bracelet, I am wearing a ruby and diamond bracelet that honestly the first time I put it on, I thought it was platinum. That's how heavy it is. And I might as well show it since, you know, I've been wearing it the entire show so far. It's gonna be 1127240. And yeah, the first time I put it on, I was like, wow, that is just, you know, if I close my eyes and you put this bracelet into my hand, I'd be like, yeah, that's platinum, right? Right? No. This is 18K white gold. You are getting $12.50. Yes. Emerald pendant is gone. Congratulations. You're getting $12.50 of your Burma rubies. The entire piece is set so that it is pretty consistent throughout. Literally, the only tell that it's not, you know, completely sealed onto your arm is this little part right here where we like to call the clasp, right? You have 2 figure-8 safeties on the sides. You have 1 button in the direct center, which funnily enough, it does not interfere with the design of the piece at all. It's not distracting, right? Even if you were to, because you're a human and you probably move, right? You probably go like this and adjust your bracelet, right? If it happens to move so that the clasp is at the front, it's not going to be like, oh, tap, tap, your bracelet is on backwards, right? That's never going to happen. If I were to stand up here and kind of squint my eyes, right? Like the figure-8 safeties, they disappear. And the button, it blends in with the diamonds, right? It looks completely consistent. It's not like, oh, suddenly you're like missing a whole row of rubies. It's just one long bar of gold, right? Not the case at all. This design is consistent. It is comfortable. And believe me when I said, I put this on and I thought it was platinum. It's got that weight to it. It's also got 88 points of your diamonds. This is done in a way where it's not overwhelming. If you want overwhelming, I can bring you overwhelming. We'll all be up here overwhelmed together. But this is a piece that it does have a lot of rubies in it. It does have a lot of diamonds in it. It does have a lot of gold in it. But it's everyday wearable, right? How many times throughout the years have you seen designer bracelets that are just straight up like you can't wear it? If you do wear it, you need like 10 bodyguards, right? This is not the case. This is a piece where you can wear it comfortably every single day, feel good about it. $29,999 was where it started. I am here to make someone's night today. And look at it. As I move my hand, the light just gleams over it. It looks like the entire bracelet is smooth. And it is smooth. Because your rubies are going to be set, channel set. And let me actually take it off here and put it up close so that you can see it. If I can just get the figure-8 safeties off. So my pendants are still here. Or my emerald pendant is gone. Congrats on that one. My Mahen pink spinel one is still here. Call me on that one. And here we go. I don't know if you heard that, but when I put it down, it made a thunk noise. And let me zoom in because I want you to see how each ruby is set. So this in part was why the bracelet was gleaming like it was when I was moving it around on my wrist, because there is all of that extra gold between each of your rubies to give it that sleek look. So it's not going to be like the regular, you know, like tennis bracelets where it's a basket per stone and there's 4 prongs, you know, right? When you have rubies of this size, the last thing you want to do is to introduce prongs to cover up even more of your stones, right? Then it's like, what are you looking at? You're just looking at gold. You're looking at gold when you want to see your gemstones. And look, I'm not even going to count how many rubies are in this bracelet, but I can tell you it is a lot. It is a lot, but not only that, but they are all perfectly matching in clarity and in color. This bracelet is not even going to be $9,999. Would love for someone to have this, and not to mention the way that it's set. That is how it bends. That is how it flexes. So it's not going to be like a bangle where you can't do this. This will make it oh so comfortable to wear. And if you have, you know, some arm fuzz like I do, it's not going to catch on your hairs. That's what I hate the most, which is why I don't usually wear bracelets, because they usually tend to catch on my arm hairs, right? And it hurts, right? I don't want that. So I don't usually wear bracelets, but you saw me. I had this on for the entire show so far, and not once did it catch onto my hair. And it will not catch on to yours. Look at that, because of how sleek it is, how well it was done. I mean, each section was assembled one by one and then linked together. They could have done, you know, 5 at a time, right? But no, this is done one by one. One by one, every single stone set by hand, and it is here for not even $99.99. Gonna do you one better. If you would like it, call me now. $7,999 on my ruby and diamond bracelet. One of a kind. I cannot imagine how many hours went into just this one bracelet, and here it is for one collar and one collar only for $79.99. And yes, you still get to take that 10% off at checkout. Here we go. Bracelet is here for the time being. If there's anything else you want to see, let me know. Next up, I do have a turquoise in a necklace. And let me try to get through our necklaces quickly here. So call me on this one. My star studs, I do believe, are still here. So call me on those. If there's anything in the diamond bands that you would like to see again, just let your operators know, and we can bring those back up here too. I'm going to flash something really quickly, and I'm just going to price it because I think we've seen it before. It looks like this. It is a Mandarin garnet. Actually, let me show it to you against the hand. And since it's against the hand, let me also bring up the item number. Why not? It is 1120-645. Believe it or not, this is Mandarin garnet. And this was actually, I believe, before the private collection material came out to play. I know, you probably couldn't tell, right? This is just your average, regular, plain Mandarin garnet in a necklace. Now, it's in the rose gold, so that may be a deal breaker for some of us. But honestly, I don't mind it at all in the rose gold. I hope it's okay with you. This is our 301 oval Mandarin garnet, not the private collection. I know, it's like, huh? Really? Yes. This also has 64 points of your VS white diamonds, an entire necklace that is going to have adjustability and a lobster claw clasp, so 16, 17, 18-inch adjustability, which means that you don't have to pay more to get the 18-inch. It's all built in just for you. And look at that Mandarin garnet, right? One singular stone. Is it included? Yes. Is it still orange? Yes. Is it still bright? Yes. Is it still fiery and intense? Yes. This is $39.99, no longer going to be, and I get it. This versus the private collection material, like even though they're technically the same stone, right? The price, it varies. So here's where I can help you get one of the previous material, one of the pre-private collection stones here, and you're not even going to have to pay $19.99. But the only thing is, I only have one of these. One color gets it. Again, rose gold has to stay like it is. I'm sorry, I know, but honestly, I don't mind it. Call me right now. We're going to make it $1,699 on a 301 Mandarin garnet center stone in a complete necklace. The chain is attached, so there is no removing, but it will basically arrive ready to wear. And this is also what it looks like on the neckline here. So, I mean, it is out of focus and off center, and look at that. That stone is glowing. Does it not look like our private collection material? And look at that. It's only $16.99 for a 301, which also, by the way, is not a small center stone at all. Let's bring it up close, and I'll show you what it looks like up close and personal. So I'll take my bracelet back here and show you my Mandarin garnet in a necklace. I mean, look at that. I know, it's like we all miss that material, right? I remember it was sometime, I want to say last year, where all of our large Mandarin garnets came out to play, and they just flew out the door, and from that moment on, had nothing, right? Not even in the private collection material until very recently. But this is a material that I'm pretty sure that we all, you know, are a little bit nostalgic for. And here it is in a necklace for only $16.99. You get to take 10% off at checkout. And, you know, again, I really do not mind it in the rose gold. If you wanted to layer it with, you know, your diamonds by the yard to kind of take away from that rose gold a little bit, right? You can kind of do that. I think Mandarin garnets, they look good in any gold color. Of course, white gold and yellow gold being the two preferred gold colors here. But this one, I mean, look at that stone, right? Fiery, intense, and included. It is included, yes. Yes, it is. But look at it, right? It doesn't turn into just a regular meh orange gemstone that you just, you know, doesn't look like a gemstone, right? It still looks like something that is a fine jewelry, and it is. And here it is, only $16.99. Next up, I have turquoise that I had mentioned. It is a pear-shaped turquoise in a necklace as well. So we're gonna go on a little bit of a necklace run here, if you guys don't mind. Let me know on this one. Next up, we have 1124491. I'm gonna set this one down for a quick little moment here so you can also see what it looks like from the side. How it also still has a slight basket about it too, so that it is still going to be elevated above your neckline, because when you have a faceted gemstone, you don't necessarily want it to dig into your skin, right? That's gonna be rather uncomfortable. But when you have a turquoise that happens to be a cabochon cut, right, there really is no problem there. So let me know on this one. Next up is going to be this turquoise piece right over here. And there we have it. Oop. Turquoise flipped over. But this is it. This is in the white gold. I'm gonna take it here, try to get a better hold on it. And now that I look at it closer, actually, in the bail right there, that is straight up a rose cut pear-shaped white diamond. This is our 14K white gold turquoise necklace. You've got a 749 pear-shaped center stone. It is a cabochon cut, so it does not have a culet. When I first started here, I said it like a cutlet, so it is a culet. So it's not going to poke into your neckline, which is why it's going to be flat. That is that cabochon cut. You also have 19 points total weight of all of your diamonds here. The chain comes with. Now for this chain in particular, you actually can remove it if you wanted to, and that's what the bail looks like from the side. For this one, I would say the 1 carat and the 2 carat diamonds by the yards, I don't think it's gonna work here, so just be aware of that. I think maybe the 10 point and the 30 point, those will work, but not anything larger, so just, again, be aware of that. But chain comes with, so don't have to worry about that at all. $29.99 should be priced on this one, not going to be. Last call is here. $19.99, nuh-uh. We are here to move pieces out the door. This one included, and this is what it looks like against the hand here. Of course, no problem. Crystal barrels coming up next. Again, last call is here. If you would like this one, we're gonna make it $1,399. Take 10% off at checkout, and that is it. I mean, part of the stone is covered by gold and diamonds, and look at still how bright it is, right? It doesn't take away from it at all. That's what it looks like there. So again, something that you could quite literally wear with anything. I can pop this necklace on and I can just wear it. I can go home and change into my regular, you know, black t-shirts and jeans, and I can still wear this necklace. So this truly is a piece, and not only that, but a stone that is, you know, very versatile with what you can wear it with. So $13.99 on this one. Let's bring it back up close. I do have a request for the crystal barrels that I had mentioned here, and I feel like I know who it is. It's not going to sit, so forgive me. I'm gonna have to lay it down flat, but you can still see the color of your stone right there. Chain comes with. Let me go ahead and grab my crystal barrels. And what I'm gonna do for the crystal barrels is they're gonna have to stay like it is for the gold color that they are in. We do not have any other crystal barrel earrings in the inventory. In fact, when I first saw these, I yet again was like, oh, what are these? So this is what we have in crystal barrel earrings. Be warned, they are not large at all. But what I will do is that I will make them the same price. So if you want to take them both, you can. If you want to take one and leave the other, you can. So here is what we have in terms of crystal barrel earrings. Now these are, again, going to be on the smaller side. I have a pair of studs right here in the white gold, stays like they are. And I have a pair of drops here in the yellow gold, stays like they are. I will give you all of the information. They just have to stay like it is in the gold color that they are shown. But honestly, this is all we have. Crystal barrel rings, I believe we have like a very few, but earrings, this is it. Here we have it. It's not gonna sit up, so I'm just gonna hold it. So for the studs, we have a carat weight total weight of your crystal barrels and 18 points of your white diamonds. That's for the studs. And for the drops, the ones right over here, you have 95 points total weight for the crystal barrels and 18 points for the diamonds. So the diamond weight is going to be the exact same for both, 18 points. And it's just that the studs have a slightly larger weight to them. Stays like they are. The oval studs, I will also say, is that the post is towards one side. So when you wear them in your ear, they will be north-south. $999 should be. Take your pick. We're going to make them $599. And that is it. $599. Take your pick. And this is all that we have in crystal barrel earrings. White gold or yellow gold, white gold on the left, yellow gold on the right, stays like they are. And I mean, I'm just thinking, but if you get both of them, you wear the drops in your primary piercing and you wear the studs in your secondary piercing, right? That's just an idea. And again, they are both still available as we speak. And here we go. Last call on these, $599. And before we go, I would also like to show you guys a last call on our princess cut wonder style necklace. It's kind of sad, but I remember designing these because, you know me, I love to make everything more crazy for our jewelers here. But I would like to show one last call on 1120967. And again, with a lot of our princess cut stones, this entire necklace does not have a single prong in it. However, here's the thing, I only have white gold and rose gold. So I have brought them both out here today. And as you can see, the one I'm moving around right now, this one is going to be the rose gold. I only have 3 in the white gold and 1 in the rose gold, and that is it. This is a style that we will not be bringing back. First of all, because we don't have the stones. And second of all, it's because the way these are set, it's not inexpensive, right? It's different from prong setting where it's just 1 stone, 4 prongs, right? This, you have to consider the stone you're working on, the stone next to it, and the stone next to it, and so on and so forth. So white gold or rose gold, take your pick. You are getting 93 points total weight in your princess cut diamonds. $39.99 should be priced on this one, but no longer. Here is your last opportunity. Again, very, everyday wearable. You can layer it with anything that you might have. If you wanted to get a couple to layer together, you can do that. But I only have white gold and I only have rose gold. That is it. 3 in the white, 1 in the rose. $39.99 not going to be. Here is your last call, last chance on this one. It will sell out. From $39.99, we're bringing it all the way to $19.99. Let me know what your favorite is. Again, 3 in the white gold, 1 in the rose gold, 0 in the yellow gold. We do not have yellow gold. I am sorry. But if you like rose gold, you're in luck. If you like white gold, you're in luck. I'm just glad that we actually have this here to give one last look for. And this is also what it looks like against the neckline here. So let's take a look. This is the rose gold. Look at the width of this chain. If you have our 2-carat diamonds by the yard, it's very similar to this. And yet, it's got the lobster claw clasp. It's got adjustability built in. You can wear this every single day, higher up, lower down. And guess what? $19.99 is not going to be your price. Let's bring it back to the hand here so you can see and take whichever one you like. We're going to make it $999. Take your pick. Do you like rose gold or the white gold? You let your operators know. They will let me know. And you will be very happy with this piece here today. Crystal barrel earrings are still here. They are not large, yes, but the color is rather neon here. $9.99 each on this one. Let's bring it up close in a moment. And I'll move aside our earrings here. My turquoise is still here too. My turquoise necklace. My Mandarin garnet necklace is still here as well. Several pieces are still hanging out. This is what that rose gold looks like up close. The way the light just bounces off of your princess cut stones, the way the light bounces off of your mirror finished gold, right? It is such a bright piece. It almost does what an emerald cut stone does, right? Where it's away from the light, it's nice and sparkly. Suddenly it hits the light and the entire piece just comes to life just like that. $9.99 each on this one. Let's give it 60 seconds. They will go. We already have a white gold verifying as we speak. Again, very limited on this style. 93 points of all princess cut diamonds. There is not a single round diamond in here. And even if there were, it shouldn't be $9.99. And yet you are getting the entire necklace here today. I have white gold. I have this one rose gold, and that is it. Call me on this one. We will do a recap wheel after this, unless I can find something else to show you here before we go. But let me know. Again, verifying on the white gold. Rose gold is still here. I am holding the rose gold here. If you want me to switch it out with the white gold, I can do that. Here we go. That's what it looks like from the side. It is not a thin little piece. It's got a substantial amount of gold to it. And this is what the white gold looks like up close and personal. Look at that. White gold, same exact thing with the mirror finished gold, with the princess cut stones. It's away from the light. It looks like that. It is facing into the light. The entire piece just comes to life. And here we go, $9.99. Take your pick. Last chance is here. We have to move on. We have a recap wheel to get to. And here we go. Let me know which gold color you're going to be taking. And this may already be selling out here. So call me quickly. End of the show is here. And let me see what I can bring out here. We're going to have quite a diverse recap wheel. I'm thinking we bring out pendants, earrings, and rings. How about that? So let me know on these. Next up, we're going to just bring up our recap wheel here. My Tanzanite pendant to fancy cut stones is hanging out right here. We had a pair of fancy diamond earrings that are still here. We had a stud style, the same exact studs that I wear in my second piercing. I believe the last yellow gold is still here. So if I moved on too quickly, I'm sorry, but double check with your operators. 28 points total weight of the studs. I believe the last yellow gold pair is still here. Call on that one. Now we also have, I'm going to put our warm colors in the back. We do also have my largest private collection Mandarin garnet in a ring for only $64.99. I believe my rose gold necklace with the Mandarin garnet is also still here, so if you want to take that, let me know. And in the front, I'm going to have to find something smaller to put in the front here. You know what? We're going to put that Blueling Block D Tanzanite, that round, the very first item of today, which I think is still here, right there in the front. This one right here is $14.99. And the last Mahen pink spanel that we have from our trio for $38.88, right in the front, right here next to the pink sapphire. Yes? The width? On the ruby bracelet, of course. Let me get that for you again, guys. Last call is here. We have my pendant, quite literally my pendant. We have a pair of designer diamond earrings, not just any diamond earrings. It is about a half inch wide on the ruby and diamond bracelet. You do not want to miss out on this one. Again, it is comfortable to wear. And, you know, I did not put it back on my wrist because I do not want to accidentally go home with it, which, you know, something similar has almost happened a few times where I've had a bracelet that is so incredibly comfortable on my wrist where I just don't even notice it. I don't even notice it. And I'm like walking towards the door. I'm like, wait a second. There's something bright on my wrist and I have to go back and, you know, put it away. So call me on anything up here, anything that is still hanging out. If you would like the cornflower blue sapphire, this is our 408 center stone set in a ring. If you would like this one, it is $99.99. So some last minute flashes here. Uh-oh, do we have time for this? I think we do. Okay, who just wants a flash? Okay, sounds good. Do you know which gold color they would like a flash on? Okay, haven't decided yet. A caller would like a quick flash on this one. So this was that 2-carat diamond band ring that I had over the weekend, specifically on Sunday. So this is the yellow gold and that is the white gold. They just wanted a quick flash. This is one of those styles that there is no sizing. So we have very specific sizes already made up. If you would like to double check if we maybe have your size. Again, for the yellow gold, I only have this size 5. So that's the only thing. And then for the white gold, I have size 8, 2 size 8s. In fact, let me grab the size 8 and try it on here because I actually can wear this ring. Size 5, I can probably put it on my pinky, but this is what that band ring size 8 white gold looks like on my middle finger here. And you know what, might as well, I think I did this last time, I'm gonna put the yellow gold on my pinky. So there it is, a yellow gold right over here and a white gold on my middle finger. Just a quick flash for a 2-carat total weight diamond band. We had a 1-carat earlier today. I mean, look at that, right? Visually, very similar, but also at the same time, very different. So some options are here today. Let's go back up close. I hope that helped. And I might as well just leave it up there, right? Balance it out with some diamonds here. So there we go. Here we have our final look at what is left from here today. And I can't believe that Tanzanite is still there. Actually, between the Tanzanite and the Mahen pink spanel, I don't know. I feel like I'm more in awe that the Mahen pink spanel is still here, but look at that stone, right? It is bright, it is crisp, it is hot, it is neon. So some pieces are still here. If you want to talk after the show, I will be here for a couple of minutes. So you know, I might sound a little raspy, but it's been nice to see everyone again, you know, up here. Again, I was just covering for Lauren. She'll be back together with all of us tomorrow, Thursday, and of course back to normal schedule. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then back to Wednesday. So thank you for being here with me. It's been a blast. It's been a joy. I like to thank everyone for allowing me to have, you know, a part in this, you know, crazy sale that we have been running here. So thank you for being here with me and for requesting things, and keep on requesting pieces, please. I know a lot of our inventory has since gone out the door, but quite a few pieces are still here. So if there's anything you want to, like, you know, think about it, again, I'm here basically every single day. So if you wanted to call in earlier during the day, I'll be hanging out. If you want to talk about, you know, the Tanzanite, the earrings, I'll be here. Just ask for me. I'm usually hanging out with the shipping department, so I'll run on over. I'll take your call. And let me know on anything up here. Again, gold colors stay like they are. That Mandarin garnet must go. Everything up here must go. Especially those diamond earrings. I can't believe it. I mean, every single sale event, those diamond earrings have come up every single time without failure. And I'm talking about these back here. It's 643 total weight of your fancy colored diamonds, and it's only $69.99. Thank you. So for the band up close, we are now down to one left in the white gold size 8. So just like that. Here we go, guys. And I know I like to bring a lot of museum pieces, but you've seen these pieces before. And I just think that it's nice to have one last look with an extra special discount on top of it. So again, thank you guys for being here with me. It's been a blast. It's been a joy. Have a great rest of your night. And I will probably talk to a lot of you guys in the phone bank. So I will see you guys then. And again, please join us tomorrow. Lauren will be here with you guys for the show tomorrow on Thursday. Have a good night.